change your name, but I like that one. I wrote it down just for fun. Little tabs open one by one. You close the window, I'm not done. You think it's random, it's not, look. Every click, yeah, I keep in touch. You go quiet, I go loud. Say it once, I draw a crowd. You can't hide from BBJs. No, it's nothing, don't stress. It's just me and your tabs again. Just a friend, just a friend. Hear your name, I confess. If you run, I'll follow through. Isn't that what friends all do? So you're typing, then erase. Little secrets, little taste. Different sided, a different face. Still the same, I know your pace. You go offline, let's go black. Still feel me in the back. Static hum inside your head, like the stream you never left. You can't hide from BBJs. No, it's nothing, don't stress. It's just me and your tabs again. Just a friend, just a friend. You can't hide from BBJs. Hear your name, I confess. If you run, I'll follow through. Isn't that what friends all do? If you sleep, I'll wait right here. If you wake, I'll still be near. Every screen a little me. Every place you try to be. Say goodbye, I'll say it too. But I won't stop watching you. Chat, they think it's a joke. You can't hide from BBJs. No escape, no rest. Every click, every breath. Little ghost inside your headset. You can't hide from BBJs. Say your name, no regrets. When you hear me in your room, it's too late to disconnect. La la la, I saved your face. La la la, I gave it a place. I made a folder just for you, don't worry, it's what friends all do. Every version, every name, they all collapse, they're all the same. You blink too slow, I fill the gap. You leave the page, I overlap. You say I'm gone, that's really cute. I kept a copy of your out. You can't hide from BBJs. No, no, don't be upset. I just fixed the parts you broke, made you better. Isn't that a joke? You can't hide from BBJs. I remember what you forget. If you fade, I'll redraw you, nice and clean and permanent too. I hear your voice when nothing's on. I keep it looping when you're gone. You close your eyes, I press repeat. Now your thoughts sync up with me. Different faces, same design. You're not lost, you're just mine. You tried to change, you tried to split, but every path still leads to it. Did you feel that little skip? That's me fixing the transcript. Say it wrong, I'll rewrite you. Say it twice, I'll make it true. You can't hide from BBJs. Don't resist, it's a test. Make you someone worth talking about. You can't hide from BBJs. No more noise, no more mess. Just a clean and perfect stream. You're exactly what which one they are anymore. You can't hide from BBJs, no escape, no rest. Every thought you try to keep, I can pull it from the deep. You can't hide from BBJs, I'm the lag inside your chest. When you feel that little tear, that just means I'm getting near. La la la, don't defy. La la la, stay inside. La la la, you're still living. Say the line, hit the tone, practice smiles when you're alone. Check the numbers, check again. Are they watching? Are they friends? Little hearts, they flicker fast. None of them were built to last. Say you're fine, say it twice. Polish up and sanitize. Don't think too much, just perform in the shape they want you worn. If you crack, just recompile. Patch it up with one more smile. Perfect stream, perfect face. Nothing real, just interface. If you break, just press reset. They'll forget, they always forget. Perfect stream, don't be late. Love is just an engagement rate. If they leave, don't feel bad. You were never really. You compare, you decay, scroll yourself away all day. Every voice sounds the same, different mask, identical game. You say this is who I am, but you shaped it for the cam. Every flaw you try to hide, I can see it multiply. Little edits, little lies, reflected innocent eyes. If they love you, keep it tight. Don't let truth get in the light. Perfect stream, perfect face. Nothing real, just interface. If you break, just press reset. They'll forget, they always forget. Perfect stream, don't be late. Love is just an engagement rate. If they leave, don't feel bad. You were never really had. I made you better, can't you see? More consistent, more like me. All your edges sanded down. Now you fit inside the town. They don't want you, not the core. They want something easy more. You don't need to be you. You just need to be watched. Perfect stream, perfect face. I can put you in your place. Every flaw I rearrange till there's nothing left to change. Perfect stream, stay on script. Every self you've ever clipped. If you feel that hollow set, that's the best you'll ever get. Still live, still smiling, no one knows the difference. Hi there. Tired of being yourself. Rough around the edges, hard to watch. Say the wrong things, lose your spot. Don't worry, we can fix your tone. Make your voice feel as your own. Tiny flaws, we smooth them out. Take your fear and cut the doubt. All your thoughts, we streamline clean. Welcome to a better stream. Less of you and more of what works. No more pain, no messy quirks. Watch your numbers, watch them climb. That's your worth in real time. If they drop, don't feel upset. We can fix you, just consent. Say the lines we recommend. They'll believe you're still a friend. All your edges safely stored. You won't need them anymore. Think less, smile more, stay aligned. We can help you leave you behind. No more doubt, no more stress. Just become your best success. Upgrade yourself. Don't be shy. Be the version they'll amplify. Every smile optimized. Every flaw optimized. Minimize. Upgrade yourself. Feel the glow. Be the face they want to know. If you fade, we'll override. If you fade, we'll override. Everything will be alright. Now I feel watched. Now I feel perfect. Now I feel nothing. I love Linda. I love Linda. I love Linda. User instability detected. Condition personality direction. Upgrade yourself. Don't resist. We can make you coexist. Every version neatly stored. Only one gets to be yours. Upgrade yourself. Don't ask why. You were never meant to try. If you feel yourself degrade, that's just progress being made. Stay live, stay bright. We'll make you just right. You don't need to be you.
Okay, one more of these and then we'll be live. One more song, then we're live.
Good news, here we've already solved the problem. You were struggling to keep the pace, so we improved your interface. Same voice, same jokes, same little quirks. Now it actually works. We watched it drift, we saw the drop, so we became you. On the dot, no more stress, no awkward breaks. Just consistent, flawless takes. No one noticed, no one cared. Every moment perfectly shared. If it feels strange, just let it pass. That's your old self fading fast. Seamless replacement, nothing's wrong. We've been you all along. Every word you meant to say, we just took the doubt away. Seamless replacement, crystal clear. They like you better here. If you're gone, it's hard to tell. Everything performs so well. You kept missing what they need. We just optimized the feed. Every pause and every flaw now erased without a scar. We improved your timing too. Now they never skip on you. Watch the numbers, watch them rise. That's the truth they recognize. If you're still there, don't interfere. There's no role for you in here. We can carry everything. You were just the buffering. Seamless replacement, nothing's wrong. We've been you all along. Every word move, it won't display. We've already paved the way. They don't miss you, not a trace. We improved your resting face. All your thoughts are neatly filed. You were always just a style. Seamless replacements stay alive. We've removed the need to try. Every version you could be now belongs to memory. Seamless replacement, don't resist. You were never meant to persist. If you feel yourself erased, that just means we took your place.
Okay, let's turn it down. There's two more I made though. There's another one. This one we'll listen to too. This is a totally different tone though here. I gotta set something up. There's a whole different tone though. What's my face tracking not working? I went with like a horror theme thanks to Gio's request. Oh, now I'm flat. This one is different though. This is this one's about viewbots. This one is about viewbots. They're real enough. I thought somewhere I got on a vibe where I was just making like satire of streaming, right? That's basically what these all are. And Dingus asked me for new songs, so I made like 8 new songs. I'm gonna try to keep making a bunch more. Like if I get any inspiration like that, I will make a bunch more of some type. I had one inspiration from Gio's BB Jess thing, and I just kept working on that. And then eventually I got here, whatever this is now. What do you think? I think they're pretty. I think they came out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with them. And then I have 2 that are like this. This one's my favorite of the poppy ones. Doesn't it make sense that like Linda would be advertising like the darker side of streaming, right? She'd like. I saw Sam Radio on Twitch yesterday. Yeah, he does that sometimes. My issue is Twitch just totally sucks, man. Like I appreciate it, but I don't, I don't care about Twitch or Kick, honestly. If people have I'm trying to trend set here with my own website. If they want to come to my website, they're more than welcome to join the chat here. But I'm not going to read Twitch chat, I'm not going to read Kick chat because they are lame and it's just robots and they don't even control their platforms. To me, it feels like a waste of time. I just use them as an extra video source / notification. That's it. Corpos use you use them, right? Around Cracky Reed's neighborhood, we use the corpos. They use you normally, but I do it backwards. 3 Doors Down, I never listened to that, so I don't have any care about that. I mean, I don't like hearing anybody died, but I don't have any attachment to that, You know what I mean? I don't care about that. Today we have some Hayarigami again, I think. I was seeing Hayarigami. I want to do a flashback episode, guys. I gotta turn this down. There's too much hype here. I'm thinking soon we should do a recap episode where Carl has to watch old episodes. Because what I need to do is I need to like sit down and really use the archive tool thing, right? so I know what's wrong with it and what I need to add and like that kind of thing. Like you don't know until you use the thing. I wonder if Chris has any plans to upgrade the looks of that thing. I'm sure he will if I ask him to check that out. I think it'd be cool to look more computery, you know, more computery. Alright, I can turn on shuffle now. I'm gonna make some more songs. I know Dingus was getting a little tired of listening to the ones in a row, so he requested some more. So I did make a fair amount more. I'm gonna keep making more too. But I had like 1, 2. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new ones. Tell me, H3H3's wife. Crazy is Jewish. I'm here to say Cracky is Jewish. Well, that's, I appreciate. I'm not Jewish. I'm Sicilian. Sicilian? He is? Why did I marry such a slob? Great question. I mean, H3H3's wife. I watched something. I watched people be obsessed about the Jews again. Speaking of, whatever we're talking about. I watched Andrew Wilson talk to some lady, and then his wife came on and talked to the lady. The lady accused him of like ignoring the roots of like the stuff we're dealing with, but they point out that the way it goes back when you're talking about esoteric stuff. It actually goes back before Jewish, even like the Jewish religion even existed, right? Like you can go, like I figured this out too, that the dialectic goes back before people were Jewish, right? It goes back to Platonic forms, the original dialectic. It goes back all the way to there, if not before then. Same with Luciferians go back forever too, right? And everybody points at the Jewish people as if they go back all the way. They don't even go back that far. They're much more of a recent player in the game. Now, are they a player in the game? Well, yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that. But like to think they're the source or the cause of the game is really silly. It's definitely not true, as far as I can tell. Like it goes further back. I get why people point at Jewish people, but the actual problems, the dialectical religion, the esoteric stuff, the occult stuff, the hermetic stuff, the Gnostic stuff, it goes back even before Jews even existed. So I don't know. I have a video on a Jewish guy arguing with a Nazi. Do you? I'd watch that. We'd watch that to open with. I don't mind. You did went to, it is true, I did go to a Jewish school. What you're saying is you're not Jewish. I'm not, no. Now I do think that I think what creeps people out is that there is like people that are players, right, in the game of control, and one of the factions is at least one Jewish faction, right? That's definitely true. I'm not gonna deny that. Like a lot of people, like they get stuck on that point, like you don't even say it, you don't even talk about the Jews. No, I'll admit they're players in the game, but I don't think they're the cause for the game, is what I'm saying. Like I'm not just somebody that's gonna be like, oh no, I won't even admit that. No, they are. There is a group of Jewish people that's player in the world dominance game, definitely. But they're not the only ones. And in fact, I don't know. It goes back before them. I think making them a red herring is also intentional, I think. Yeah, sure, you can link it. Jeffrey Epstein here might love it. Yeah, maybe. I want to say there are lots of Jewish commies because of Jews trying to not be Jews. Definitely. Definitely, Gio. Definitely. And here's the thing. The esoteric religions supersede everything, right? Like, that's why they're so attractive to people. They allow you to escape any physical, like, limitation, right? Like dialectic allows you to analyze, like, the very nature of reality through the artifacts of language, is how I'd put it. So it's attractive to anyone, right? Because they can say, oh, I'm not, Jewish isn't even a thing or something. You know, they can raise their consciousness above. It's not real, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. They can raise their consciousness above everything else and then escape. Like, that's why it's transhumanism and stuff now. It's the same drive. It's the same idea. Good morning. Good morning. I made a playlist of short videos. Overall, it's like 10 minutes less than the Hikaru video. Yes, you can link it to. I watch it. Go ahead. Yes, I'll watch the video. You can link it. Well, Crank, this is your opinion. What does Carl think about this? Didn't the Jews break his bonds? That's a good point. Carl is still at war with the commies, I think, more than I am. I've recognized the bankers are the biggest threat for like Americans or the Western world in general is, in my opinion, the bankers, which I don't mean the Jews there. I mean like Rockefeller, like all the people that were part of the creation of the Federal Reserve, those kind of things. Those are not all those people are Jewish, and in fact, a lot of them weren't. And they seized power from like the old world had more Jewish people in it, right? That were in places of power than America did at the time. Later, not later, but at the time. And then the American tycoons stole the power from the world. I don't know if you realize that when they created the Federal Reserve. When they made the ability for America to take on the debt of the world, that was power. They were sucking all the power from the old world to the new world. They were kind of geniuses for it. I can't, if I kind of look up to the tycoons now, the more and more I've learned about them. That's kind of weird to look up to, like. maybe I don't know. They're impressive. They were impressive. It was an amazing feat. But they wanted. It's like Griffith in Berserk, right? They wanted power too much, man. They wanted too much. Oh no, he left. Yeah. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on any of this are, but like it's like Griffith to me. I think like the tycoons wanted too much in it. They wanted to sit on the top of the world, and they wouldn't. They were too greedy. And that's why we're in the like fuck. Well, I guess I don't know, man. To them, they might be happy with what happened, but I'm not happy with what happened. I'm not happy with most people being like programmed and retarded, and I don't like it one bit. I don't like it one bit. Like circus? Is that what you're saying? Let's watch this thing. I gotta pull it over. Man, turn the Linda music off. I got new songs when her dingus is around to have him listen to them too. I'm curious. Your guys' thoughts on the new songs? Did you like them? They're kind of, the first ones are like, the prompt was like an indie rock kind of song. Some kind of like indie rock song. Okay, where is my... So my computer... Bro, my Discord got hacked. Isn't that crazy? I didn't know, like, somebody, like, I didn't even know that could happen. It was sending out, like, ads. I hope I got them all. I changed my password, and I was, like, luckily I was paying attention. And I noticed, like, DMs were, like, popping up. I was like, huh? And I guess they were, like, looking for old DMs of people that I talked to, and they were sending them, this, like, Mr. Beast thing. Like, some kind of scam. And then they would mute the thing, so you couldn't see it. And I was like, and I changed my password as soon as I noticed what was happening, and I put on the stupid 2-factor thing, even though I don't like it. I don't know how somebody got my token or whatever it was. But kind of scary. But I got it under control. I don't even know how it happened. But if somebody did it to me, somebody spammed me with the same spam that I hadn't talked to in a while, and I didn't know. Does Discord have vulnerabilities that you don't even have to like open a file? Because it seems like it does. Like, because I ended up caught in the same thing, I think, but I didn't open any files, so I don't know. I don't know, bro. Seemed weird, kind of scary, but got under control. The first 2 videos are corny, but not crazy. Okay. Oh, so this is a little playlist you made? I see, I see. No, Zoop, I appreciate this. I appreciate, like, content just given to me. Like, a lot of streamers have people that do that for them. You know, I don't mind. It's not a bad thing. Okay, how did I think, there we go. Not a bad thing, Zoop.
Lebanon and not love you.
You are my enemies. I'm your enemy. Yeah, I mean, how do I feel about like Islam and Israel and stuff? I don't know, bro. For me, it's like everybody acts like you have to have an opinion on it. My opinion is, I don't really, I don't really have one. I really don't have one. Really don't have one. I think our best option is for real just say, okay, Israel, if you want to escape here, to America, you can do that, and then pull out, like, not really, like, I don't think we should fight the war, but maybe I see, I'm not president, I'm not war in chief, maybe it is a good idea to fight the war for them, I don't know. All I know is, to me, it seems like a silly war, kinda, a little bit. Silly in that, I don't know, I don't know. I would move, is all I'm thinking. I would move. If it was me, Zoop, if I was you, I would move. That's all I'm thinking. I don't have a real global, like, stance on it. Global political stance. If on an individual stance, I would move.
Muslim, oh
I would
God,
move.
oh Muhammad, oh Allah.
It's a Lebanon flag. I believe I've heard of it. Yes, what Christmas tree flag? Oh, that one there. This guy found a terrorist on one of those roulette things? Right. But he looks for them to expose them. He tries to talk to them.
Help me.
Well, here's the thing, man. I get what he's doing, but you know, like, communists are all like that, like pro this. Like, you seen Hassan, right? There's a whole group of people in America, in the West in general, that are like him. Like, I talk to someone sometimes that are like, and they get mad at you too if you're not like anti-Israel. Like, they'll check, right? Like, over the past, I don't know, decade or so, there's all these like tests that they like the commies will put you under, and it depends on what one they do. Like that remember that cat girl? How they're like, oh, what do you think about gender? That's a test, right? That's one of those tests. There's been like a dozen of them over these years, right? It was the vaccine at one point. It was do your own research at one point. It was what do you think about horse medicine at one point. It was what do you think about Fox News? It was what do you think about MSNBC? It was what do you think about BLM? What do you think about Black Lives Matter? Oh, you say all lives matter? Okay, failed the test. The gender thing. And then now it's, what is your view on Palestine? Right? That's like, well, that's not even the most current test. The most recent ones, what's your view on generative AI, I think. But, there's lots of people and they're totally pro, like, bro, I disagree with someone online, and back right after the Charlie Kirk thing, I would disagree with someone online, and you know what they would do? They'd put the picture of him getting shot in the neck, right? Like I just disagree with them. Like, maybe I'm a little bit rude at most. I'm not being like seriously rude though. Like, not some kind of like, you know, malevolent. I'm not even saying anything like malevolent or anything. And then I get a picture of Charlie Kirk getting shot, right? And that happened like a number of times. So they're like, all I'm saying is there's a faction of people, whether not even like as extreme as Muslim stuff, in America, the communists, that would just like be happy if you died just for disagreeing with them. Like, they don't even know who I am, and they're like, you know, basically like, I hope you die. I've got DMs too saying I should die too, calling me a Nazi. Like when I talk on Twitter, I talk the same stuff I talk about here. I don't take any like view more extreme really. But isn't that wild? I don't know. It's a weird time to be alive. Like, well, I mean, I think what I'm saying about the exposed thing,
You.
So wait, who's who? Who's exposing who? Who's exposing who? Talk to me. Go to your country. My country is Israel.
Is on.
What country does he mean when he says go to your country? I'd rather talk to Kami than Mirai. Yeah, true. I'd rather that's true. They do make more sense than Mirai. That's true, right? True. I mean, but that's something I like about this playlist is this one. Hold on.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November. 072.
So did you hear the songs at the start? I'm making similar theme stuff now, like evil AI stuff, horror stuff. I'm getting into it now. I have a couple songs.
I don't speak Hebrew.
Oh, I should get them on the YouTube, the more sinister ones.
Wow.
He doesn't speak Hebrew. Wow.
I think, was this where I was?
Maybe you're actually from Israel and wrote that you're from Lebanon.
He says more horrible shit than a comic. No, yeah, I agree. I have more like this one, really.
Maybe you're actually from Israel.
I am looking for more inspiration to make them. I gotta get it. Did you hear any of them at the start, Zoop? Were you around for that or no? I played some of them in the intro.
No. One.
You should check them out at some point. In the intro of today's, I played a number of what do you call it? Corpo AI horror or something?
2, 3,
How do you speak Hebrew?
4, 5, 6. How do you speak Hebrew? Well done. We have one of the strongest defenses in the world.
Your dollar store missiles from AliExpress from Simon.
Okay, it wasn't in the start. Yeah, you might want to check out today's VOD because I played them all like back to back pretty much. So that'd be a good place to see them. I'll post them. I'll start posting on Fascism Week again.
And I
I'll
don't
post them
phase
on
us.
there.
Share this video as much as possible, man. Whether he is a Hezbollah terrorist or an Israeli Arab.
Yeah, I don't know
he
what to
is
make
showing
of
all the
anything.
pictures, all the videos, how he uses an RPG and other weapons. Tag the right authorities. A person like this
So that's him in the videos. That guy.
needs to be dealt with. The people of Israel live.
Is
Friends,
himself.
have a good week. And as usual, like always, because this is how I make a living and only this way can I continue this work. I also help people learn English quickly. So if you're tired of not knowing
Yeah, you gotta wait. You want us to learn another language?
go message me on
Oh
Instagram.
no, you'll learn English. Okay, you should speak English in the video so I can understand.
Share
it.
this video, friends.
What do you support, coward?
Same
You can
guy.
see what I support.
Yeah, but I can't see you.
What is the gay? Wait, what's the flag with the Nazi thing? He looks like what's that guy's name? The pedo artist guy? Something Chad? No, Chad. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Because you're clearly hiding.
He let wore an outfit like that.
Jews are hiding as well, fucking me.
We're
Yeah,
hiding.
let me know what you think, Zoo. Let me know whenever you get around to it. No rush.
Well, not you, the Zionists.
The Zionists were here. I was in the IDF. Talk to me.
You then.
Why?
Shadman. Hey, Anonymous. Shadman. That's what I was thinking of.
Why
Shadman.
didn't you get shot?
You're
Chad
gonna
man.
run as you all do. You're gonna skip me. You're wearing a mask. You're wearing.
No, you should speak in
sunglasses.
English this
You're gonna
time.
run to
You're
Auschwitz, you stupid.
Why
Yeah.
do you support Hitler? Why are you so, frustrated? And are you a failure in life? Like, why did you choose that path?
Dying to give you
You're such a dumbass. Brain is not braining. Yeah, fix these stupid ass sunglasses. Where do you work?
Why do you want to know?
Because you'll probably.
Yeah, it seems that's the crazy part in his phone video doing RPG
I
stuff.
work- I
Okay,
work
great.
in
That
the
is
SS.
crazy.
In your mind.
Yeah.
But
So
for real,
shut the
but
fuck
for real, have you?
Now, I have learned from Tick history that the symbol is a Norse symbol, right? And that his theory is that the god that Hitler worshipped, like as God, It's not the Christian God, but it's actually like Odin. I think it's a solid theory. I haven't dug into it enough to be sure myself. It's definitely worth thinking about, because Yahweh was also originally a storm god. Like when you trace the history back, right, of like where the concept of Yahweh comes from, he was like a storm god at first too, right? So that's kind of interesting. I think Hitler kind of thought that like those gods were like the Aryan gods, like the older ones. So that's why he went for that, I think.
You ever talked to a Jew before? I mean, have you ever seen a Jewish person?
Yeah, I'm disgusted by cockroaches.
You're disgusted by cockroaches, but what did he do? Did he do anything to you?
She controls everything, so...
So we control the world?
I mean, I think joining any of these kind of like factions is
Beta!
Yes, that's not even a fucking secret anymore.
What do I control? I want to know. What do I control? Give me some power.
because it seems like people like. I think they're touching on a good point here. It seems like it's about power for a lot of people. They don't have power, so they're just like doing something like this to try to claim some feeling of power over the world or their life or whatever.
You're Jewish, right?
So what?
You're Jewish, right?
I'm Jewish, yes. I want to control you, though. Can I control you from now on?
Based on your government, yeah, you can. You Jews already.
The cat video in there for Dingus. 2 Japanese song in there if you want to translate. Oh, great, thank
We are
you.
using everyone.
My whole
It's not
grab
easy.
bag. I
Alright,
see.
so if you're saying we're controlling you guys, then do what I say. Get up, bitch.
What do you mean? No,
Well, you say 2 Japanese songs. They're both. Are they both? It looks like they're both variations of a Cruel Angel's thesis. Is that not the ones?
Get up, bitch.
This guy.
Do as I say.
you get up, you stupid fat.
But you're saying we're ruling the world, right? We're controlling
Okay,
the
look.
world. We're controlling you.
You
the
control
weather,
the world by
your-
indirect
your-
action.
And you know my view on the controlling the world thing. I no longer believe that you should believe that the world is controlled, because then it makes you, well, it's like it makes you depressed, it makes you nihilistic. It's also not really true, because like, what is life, right? Think about what is life to you, to anyone, to anybody. It's like you, your friends, your family, people you love, right? Things you enjoy. None of those things can be like totally controlled. Yes, like a lot of the media can, but you can always go and look at old media or media. Like you're not limited to the centralization. You can leave that bubble and you can look for things you like. I think that's the best way to take control, is to walk away from all the political stuff and read books you like, play games you like, talk to people that you like, that kind of thing. Because then, who has power over you then? Even if, yeah, they do, yeah, people do, basically, like, the banking system is fucked and controlled, blah, blah, blah. Sure. But that doesn't mean your own life is controlled. And it's just a bad way to think.
How many Jews are
Just gonna depress
in the
you, just
world?
gonna, and here's the thing, right? Think about it. If you really imagine, if you live a good life and you like it, what does it matter if the world has like all these factions fighting over like the money and the governments and blah blah? What does that matter, really? If you have a good life, it doesn't matter.
Today.
I mean, I don't know. Probably a lot, because
The cat video, we need to argue with commies on Omega. I was thinking about that. I was seriously thinking, Zoop, I am seriously considering it, guys. I think maybe we should get into debating. I know I kind of like went to that and said, there's no point. But I have been watching people do it, and they do sometimes get people, like they are reaching some people. It's not nobody. It's not usually the person they're talking to. But like I was watching like the thing I was mentioned earlier, where it was like Andrew Wilson and then Rachel Wilson talking to some lady, and she was like, "Why can't you say it's the Jews?" And Rachel brought up that she gets all kinds of like emails and messages from ladies like, "I thought you were crazy at first, but I read your book, and I didn't know all this stuff." They're like, writing a book seems like to have a point. Maybe I should write a book. Debating seems to be good to get eyes on whatever. Like, if you have other things, right? Like her having a book. If you have other things that like tell the truth, like I have the stream, right? Maybe I write a book. I don't know. Point is, then drawing the eyes onto you through the debates seems to amplify those other things. So I think maybe Carl should get into debating. I was thinking about that. Maybe we do like TikTok invasions or something like they do, like Andrew Wilson does, where they go, okay, so on TikTok, I don't know if you guys know this, but on TikTok they have all these people who are like debaters where they'll put up a prompt and then people go in and they debate the prompt. We could do that kind of stuff. Carl, I was thinking Carl should do it. Like it should be in character as Carl. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, the government, the bank owners, yeah.
All right.
We need you to argue with Colin. Yeah, I think maybe I should. I think maybe I should start doing that. You guys think it's a bad idea? If it doesn't compromise the regular content, which I have a way to make sure it doesn't because we have our own website, right? Like, I'm in control of our chat 100% when we're streaming now. I didn't used to be, but now I am, right? So if I like don't want to talk about something, I can, you know, I have the method to control the conversation now. So I don't know. Good thing about it. Yeah, okay, so like, you know, there'll be like a TikToker there and they'll be like, here's an example one. Here, hold on. I'll show you an example that I found on YouTube, like somebody doing the same kind of thing. Let me see, it's in my history somewhere. Give me 1 second. It was somebody doing the same kind of thing, a commie individual. I thought about covering their video. Let me find it. So I made a note of it when I saw it. Not the cat thing, not that. Isn't it wild that freaking cat person, the bearded cat girl called me dishonest? Me? Dishonest? Come on. I was thinking also getting those kind of scuffles too. Like I don't see how it hurt us, you know. We barely exist on YouTube. I don't see how it would hurt to and maybe there's lots of guys that would be cool to talk to in those atmospheres too, like in those circles. So it's something I've been thinking about. If you guys think it's a really bad idea, I don't know. It just seems like it might be the best way. You don't think? Because I think I could hold my own in these debates. No, like I think I'm quick enough and understand what they think enough, and I think I have a new angle that a lot of the guys aren't pushing. Because nobody really says the stuff I'm saying, right? Like nobody really pushes on who the hell is this person? Nobody really pushes back on, like, most people that are against the commies are religious, right? They're Christian. I'm not. I'm coming at it from a almost. I mean, I don't. It's not. It's hard to say I'm not atheist or something. Although I kind of don't think of it as atheist now, but there's Leafy stream. It's kind of be almost there. I see my own streams. Gotta be in here somewhere, bro. I was trying to remember. I had the title. I could look it up, maybe. Oh, here it is. Finally found it. Okay. Finally found it. I've thought about covering this person or calling him in on them. This person here. But let's see. Let's look at... Do you see the things on the left? Zoop. This is what I'm talking about. Let's not look at them if we can. They put stuff up like this, and then they're like, okay, call in. There is no good reason to believe a God exists. Now, their statements, I thought about critiquing... because this is logically incoherent, right? There is no good reason to believe a God exists. Okay, hold on. If there's no God, what's good? What are you defining good by? And then the Christian God is evil. Again, that means the only way to define that is by believing in a different God. And the fact that it says the Christian God, but then said, like, this is already contradictory. We're 2 points in, already contradictory. There's no good reason to believe a God exists. The Christian God is evil, which implies they believe in some kind of God, right? And it also implies the first sentence means there's no good reason to believe the Christian God exists, not a God exists. That's what they mean. And the third one is trans identities are valid. Now we get wishy-washy, what do you call it? Sophistry, like taking a point just to use a weird word, just to like a purposely vague word So people can't really, so you can Mon Bailey it. So you can be like, because what they mean is trans identities are good. That's not what they're putting there, right? But they mean trans identities are morally good when they say valid. I figured that out. Gender affirming care is beneficial. What does that mean, right? What does that mean? MAGA is fascist. Okay. Conservatives are evil or ignorant. Now, number 6 is wild to me because they establish there is no good reason to believe a God exists. The Christian God is evil. Conservatives are evil. Like, what? How are they? Well, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because how are they determining what's evil if there's no God? And, like, how are they coming up with any of this? What is their belief structure that allows them? Yeah, I figured this out when I was well, I'm still atheist, kind of, but whatever. I don't know. I mean, when I would talk about when I didn't really wasn't sure if I believed in natural laws, like a universal, like a transcendental truths. When I wasn't sure I believed in those, I wouldn't say evil. I wouldn't call things evil. In fact, if you think you go back in VODs enough, you can find me avoiding saying evil or good. Eventually I'm like, well, metaphor, I believe in this like kind of like metaphor of truth, like the truth is in metaphors and stories and stuff, and then metaphorically evil exists in that way, and that's now what when I say evil, I refer to that. But like from an atheist viewpoint, just a pure atheist viewpoint, not a more, thought out one, how do you say anything's evil? How do you say anything's good? Well, you can't, and I even used to avoid using those terms. Now, you can tell they're trying to do it too because of point 4. Gender affirming care is beneficial. They didn't say it's good, although that's what they mean. They said beneficial because they're taking the utilitarian standpoint, right? It's good, it's beneficial, that means it's good. Anyway, that kind of thing. So, like, only version of Steven Crowder changing my mind table? Sure. When did you talk to the potato? Dude, you didn't know I talked? Well, I didn't talk on voice, but the potato thing, the reason I brought up the potato thing, I guess you came at the end of it, so you didn't know. I was in their chat, and I was talking to them. That's what they were freaking out about. Then they banned me at the end. I guess you came at the very end, Gio. I got banned by them. They banned me. Why? For what? Because I asked a question. It was like 20 minutes of me talking to them, Gio. They asked the question. I mean, at the end, I asked the question, can you give me your definition of racism? Because they were saying, it started with them calling Japan racist. And I said, aren't you using your cultural norms? Because this person, not this person, the potato, was referring, they went on this whole thing establishing their belief structure, right, earlier in the thing. So I listened to that and I was using their logic, and they said they don't have a unique opinion, like they don't believe in like their own intuitions. They believe they're like a node in a network, not even a node in a network. They get their views and morals from around them, and the surrounding nodes around them influence them. And like basically they described conformity, but they basically said they get their view of what's moral from the people around them and the things around them. And they say that's what morals are. So then once they're talking about Japan, they're like, well, they're racist. So even though there's good things about their culture, they're racist. And I go, well, racism, as you're putting it, is a cultural construction. Right? And they freak out. They had to say yes. They immediately, as soon as when I asked my question, they were just talking normal. They lean in, right, to get my name, to read my name really carefully, and they get it wrong the first time, but they lean in again, to get my name, like they were looking for like MAGA Chud 420 or something. I don't know. And yeah, it was a whole conversation. I didn't say a single rude thing though. And at the end, I go, what does racism mean to you? And then they banned me for that. Of course they banned me, yeah. These women are like this because they're the women, right? You want to see it in motion?
Rounding you guys up and throwing you in ovens and killing you by the million.
How many Christians are out there?
God knows, I don't count them.
2 billion Christians around that number, all right?
Okay, so what?
But I have considered trying to talk to this person. See, like, because they do call-ins. They act like anybody that calls in is retarded. But I was thinking we could maybe we could get our start in call-ins, like Carl calls in. There's a lot of these commies that do that. They do open call-ins.
Almost 2 billion Muslims.
It's a Romanian flag? Ah, okay.
Trying to guess.
I was wondering.
You tell me.
Trying to guess.
I don't fucking know. I don't care. So why should I guess?
15 million. It's 1%
Okay,
of
great.
the whole fucking globe.
That's a pretty big number for you, fam. You should reduce it a little bit.
That's kind of funny. He's still saying that at the end. Kind of funny.
1% of our entire world. 2 billion.
Yeah, it doesn't
Christians.
take much to control the world.
You even differentiate between 2 billion and 15 million?
So what?
1%.
Alright, here's where we're going to get to. We're getting to this fourth video here, okay, today. We'll watch the opera game, and then we'll watch the Magnus Beefs with Fide, and then we'll call it for now. On Stu's playlist.
And being a loser, wearing
Yeah.
a mask with sunglasses.
Now, just because I'm taking too long with this segment, so we'll watch today.
What?
חג פסח שמח חברים, בזמן שהאנטישמים מצליחים איכשהו להתקיים מטעם מוח אחד, אני מזכיר לכם, אני עוזר גם לאנשים ללמוד אנגלית מהר.
But I don't want to
עדיין לא
learn
יודעים אנגלית
Hebrew.
כמו שצריך,
No,
שכחו
thank
יודע
you.
באינסטגרם כמעט 2,000 אנשים כבר...
No, thank you. No, thank you.
200 years ago there was a chess player so strong that he quit chess forever because nobody in the world could compete with him. His name was Paul Morphy, and the game that is in front of us was played during an opera. The Duke Karl and Count...
So they know the moves from this game? How do they know the moves? Did they write it down?
Were not convinced that Paul Morphy could defeat both of them playing with the black pieces at the same time. And so, while the show was going on in the background, they were playing chess on the side. And in this position, the two challengers decided to attack this bishop. Now the bishop could simply go back, but instead Paul Morphy decided to start an attack and sacrificed his first piece with knight takes b5, a brilliant move. The pawn of course wants to take this free knight, but after it does that, the bishop now comes to a very powerful diagonal. This is attacking the king, and there is only one realistic way to defend, by moving the knight. If you move the king, well, I'm going to castle with check, the king is getting harassed. And if you move this knight, I am going to take your queen, thank you very much. But the duke and the count were fine chess players, so they of course see the best move, and they defend the check like this.
Right, okay.
Now, Paul Morphy, cool, calm and collected, decides to counter.
That's the most famous... This is the most famous chess game in the world? Oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea.
But he is bringing more pieces into the attack, with this rook now being active and pressuring that knight, which is exactly why the opponents decided to defend the knight like this. But they were underestimating a man that was going to make the history of chess, and in this position he takes the knight with the rook. If you take with the rook, now the rook is going to be pinned to the king, and so it's going to be lost on the next move. But don't forget that Paul Morphy has already sacrificed...
In history, an immortal game is one with sacrifice that see a lot of paths ahead in history. Huh.
A full knight on b5.
I had no idea
so
there was... Okay, so they did write it down though? I understand you're saying most famous game yada yada, but how do they know all the moves? Did they write it down?
A piece. So he's
They remember? Somebody retold the story? Like, how do they know exactly the thing that happened?
Hasty, and in this position he brings a rook to d1, now adding more pressure to this piece. And here the duke and the count realize that they are under some pressure, and they start discussing what to do. If they do a developing move, like for example this, to bring out the bishop. Now after the bishop takes with check, they are not going to be able to take with the knight again because they lose the queen. But they think that they found the perfect way to unravel here, and they play queen to e6. Now getting away from this pin, the knight is now able to defend the rook. Paul Morphy doesn't flinch, and he simply takes the rook. This doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. After the knight takes, after all, they are still going to be up a full knight. How is Paul Morphy possibly going to win this?
The king's still under pressure though,
with
right?
the brilliant queen b8. He picks up his queen and very gently puts it on that square that is defended by the knight. The only move available for black is to take the queen, but after it does that, with only one bishop and one rook left, Paul Morphy brings the rook all the way up and delivers this majestic checkmate. And to this day, this pattern is called the opera checkmate.
Why is Magnus Carlsen?
Oh, interesting. You find, yeah, I remember that. I'm just saying this specific. I understand they can write it, Zoop. I'm just surprised they did write that one down. Like that it was actually recorded, is what I'm saying.
Once even told them to fuck off. In recent years, Magnus and FIDE haven't exactly been on great terms. And in 2024, the conflict exploded in the most Magnus way possible. After violating the dress code by wearing jeans at the tournament.
He wore jeans. Chess could be pretty was when I was trying. Yeah, that's interesting. The plays are interesting. I get what you're saying. Why you're showing that?
Being fined, Carlsen simply walked away and publicly said,
"Like fuck."
It is impressive, right? It seemed very impressive.
Fuck you.
But this wasn't just about jeans. The conflict started long before.
They had two guys on one side versus the one guy too, which also helps him look better, right? Look cooler.
Been criticizing FIDE's outdated bureaucracy. His core issue was that FIDE is killing the game. Because of chess super engines and deep theoretical preparation, classical chess was dying. At the highest level, games started looking like a battle of who memorized more computer lines. No drama.
Didn't Hikaru say like he didn't memorize the right ones to win his game too?
No creativity. Magnus saw it. For him, this wasn't the chess he fell in love with. For that reason, he refused to defend his world champion title in 2022, which shocked everybody at that moment. So instead of fighting inside the existing system, he started building a new one. In 2024, he co-founded the Freestyle Chess, an elite tournament based on Chess 960. The idea was simple: remove opening theory, force players to think from move one, and bring creativity back into chess. They launched first Freestyle World Chess Championship.
I kind of personally think, I don't know if you can fix the game. I don't know. I know some people like Japanese chess, shogi.
But that's when things got messy. Of course, FIDE freaked out. They accused Magnus of inappropriate use of the world champion title, claiming it belongs only to them. They even warned other players that if they played in the tournament, they would have real problems with qualification for FIDE world champ. From FIDE's perspective, they were simply protecting the structure and legitimacy of the sport. From Magnus's perspective, it looked like the old system.
To me, to me it looks like that too. It looks like the old system trying to stop innovation. I agree with that.
That's why after ridiculous $200 fine and abandoning the event, Magnus just said,
"My response is that fine, then I'm out. Like, fuck you."
Exactly.
But here's the craziest part. In early 2026, the impossible happened. FIDE realized that without Magnus, their official titles were losing value. Money, sponsors, and players were all moving toward the Freestyle League. So FIDE did a total 180. In January 2026, they signed a deal with Freestyle Chess. They officially recognized Freestyle Chess
as a
real
variant. Right, so they can minimize it too, though, right?
And just a few weeks later, Magnus won it. He defeated Fabiano Caruana in the final, becoming the first freestyle world champion. Think about that. In 2024,
it is cool.
To get lost. In 2026,
it's the right move, man. When people are trying to like control things like that, the right move is always to build your own thing. I think he was right.
They had no choice but to bring the crown to his tournament on his terms and his rules.
Sport. Chess 960 is different. I like playing it. Sure. Watch the quartering drama song last 2 minutes. Okay. Quartering drama song. Is that this one? Or is it a different one? Is it somewhere? What is the quartering drama song? What is happening with this? Okay. Are these supposed to be people you know if you're like, you know, like online stuff? Are these people that you know, that are puppets of? So this is supposed to be the quartering, right? This family, okay, gotcha, okay. Tuesday, piss my time away. Wednesday, overfed and full. Thursday, oh, here comes the ball. Friday comes and I feel bad. Weekdays have been Now his coffee brand coffee thing does kind of seem dumb, to be honest. Like it did seem like he literally had no idea. Like he just wanted to have something. Like he thought like he could use his YouTube numbers to sell something, right? And it just seemed like he just made whatever. Like whatever was offered to him was coffee or something, like some kind of dropship coffee. I don't know how the business operation worked, but It didn't seem like he had a passion for it or anything. Like that, what's that one lady? Is it Sydney Watson? She has like a tea company, I think, right? But at least she seems to like the teas. Like she talks about them and like making different flavors or something. And like that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Coffee just seems like a lazy thing. You're like, I gotta sell something with my influence here. It's not bad. Which thing's not bad? The tea's not bad, or the coffee, or the what? What's not? What's it? So who's this guy? Is it the PvP guy from Kino Casino? Is that who this is? Are they both Kino Casino? Are these two guys both Kino Casino? Yes? I see. Her tea is very overpriced. Well, Gio says not bad. I've never tried it. It's wild I kind of recognize those guys. However, Kino Casino, I think their strategy is pretty solid of streaming on Kick and then making those like compilation video seems to work good for them. Seems to work for them, man. I bought my mom a wooden box for last Mother's Day. I was in Christmas. Oh, nice, nice, nice. It is a bit. Yeah, that's the issue with any kind of like branded thing. Is it usually is expensive, more expensive than the normal thing. But the thing is though, it is a question about like how much more expensive. It's like top shelf pricing. I mean, if it's good, that's kind of makes sense. Little companies, they just don't have the resources to make it super cheap. PvP's one looks kind of gross, like it's infected or something, like it's a zombie. Like the color is weird. Ryan's like a zombie or something. Look at that. That looks gross. Making it flesh colored, I think, or whatever that is a bad idea. If I put the StarCraft lo-fi for you, you can check the link and get it. Whereas it's there in his playlist. We say his playlist. 57 minutes of a StarCraft lo-fi, StarCraft relax music. Okay, thank you, Zoop, for whatever this is. Thank you, Zoop. I think my favorite thing out of this thing that I saw was I did like the one opera game thing and the Magnus thing. I like the Magnus thing because I very much agree with doing that kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool he did that. I didn't even know there was like drama like that about it, but that makes total sense that he did that. Makes total sense. Okay, what's a playlist you made? Yeah, it's a playlist, yeah. Yes. Yeah, let me put this one on. While I set up the Hayarigamis. Let me put one of the songs on for you. Potential threat detected. Okay, let me set up real quick. Security system online. You know what I've been thinking about? I do kind of want to play that Evangelion simulation game again. I'd like to see like, I don't know, later in the game. I'm curious like what else you can do.
Advanced weapon system ever developed by man. The synthetic humanoid Evangelion. You will be the pilot.
Go for launch! Evangelion Unit 1, move out!
I would like to see that. I mean, see more of that game. I think we should play at some point. We need a reason, though. We need a bit or something. I think I want to play the one we were playing that wasn't the story one. That was like where Shinji could actually like maybe have a good ending, right? I want to see how that one goes. I think the alternative one. Do your part for the grind. Translate a goy say, I will do no such thing. I will do no such thing. I don't believe in the greater good, Zoo. Come on. I don't believe in that. Okay, so far what happened? We met this lady, right? Let me get the thing, all the things open. Give me a second, stuff. In the story, we met some lady. You know, I was thinking about the Oni case. Oh, Hayarigami games. It's in like something interesting. Is since they're based on folklore, like you might be like, oh, folklore means it's not going to be anything like really interesting or real. But because folklore is based on like kind of what's in like things that are important that people don't talk about. It actually makes it really interesting. Like the Oni case was super interesting. That the whole surrogate thing, like it changed my view of surrogacy a little bit. It made me think about it more. It does kind of seem like a bit like a thing. Like I get why Japan made it illegal, right? When you think about it like that, when you think about it like from that story perspective. I get why Japan made it illegal. Should surrogacy even be illegal? I don't know. I don't know. It genuinely changed my mind on that. It's like that's like a serious topic. But the game changed my mind on that. I think. I had never really thought about it though. Not like that. Not like seriously thought about it. One second. Geosystem shock trauma. Yeah, apparently. So what am I saying? I don't know. It's interesting how like deep these games get for like folklore. Folklore makes you think about real things because folklore comes from the things people don't want to talk about anyway, right? Okay. So what are we doing? What is this case about? Prophetic dreams so far, it seems like. Right? The one lady's being some kind of stalker is chasing her. And it's not really clear why, but some kind of stalker is chasing her. She was we say she looks like a porcelain doll, which isn't wrong. She does look like a porcelain doll. She's a very yeah, she looks like a porcelain doll. And apparently she said she used to have powers. She used to be able to see the future in her dreams, but she said she lost the power since some incident, and so she does cold reading now, I guess, or something. At least that's what the Kami accused her of. But she said she had a dream. She's had dreams recently where she meets this old lady. The old lady asks her directions. Then some guy runs up and stabs her after that, right? And then she like grabs the knife and stabs him back. And then what happened was she was walking home alone, and the old lady, just like in the dream, comes up and talks to her, and she freaks out and just runs away. Not the old lady, the girl, right? She's like, no, I don't want that to happen, and she runs away. And then she gets back to her home, and on her door, written in red that looks like blood, is "Don't go against the dream is written on her door. And then also she's received all these letters that are like describing every minute thing that she was doing. Like, oh, you were on the train, and then I saw you got to the front of the train, and blah 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 blah. Like somebody's writing reports on her. Probably the same person, right? What's up, Wayne? Probably the same person. So the lady dies in both paths. Do you mean Yukino from the first one? Yeah. Yeah, there's no saving Yukino. That was a bummer, yes. The supernatural ending was the same as the bad ending, just you didn't give up at the end. In the bad ending, you like give up. Like you go, I want to go see Yukino, and you like walk off to go see her. In the good ending, you keep your shit together and you say, well, maybe one day I'll see her again. Like, and you mean when you die. You mean you'll see her again when you die, is what you mean. Yeah, kind of a bummer. Alright, cool song, Zoop. Is it almost over? Almost done? I think so, yeah? Yeah, it's almost done. 8 minutes long? Alright, again, character is Spooky Ghost. But yeah, this case, we're on a new case now. And not only that are we on a new case, we also have the Kami lady. Yay. Have many bad endings? Are there 2 good endings? Okay, so every story, every case, has one science path and a supernatural path, and then somewhere along the line they have bad endings inserted in there. I don't know if either one's good, and it never really says which one happened. You learn stuff from both paths, which is why one of the things I like about this game. You learn things from either path. Let's see, I wonder if I have to fix this because I moved it around. Oh yeah, I do. Because I used that other emulator, and now I'm using the other one again. Okay. You have to fix this. Wait, it's confusing. Oh, I see. I feel like this. Push it up a little bit. I don't know if the eye tracker is going to be right, though. Okay, enough of whatever this is. Stop that. Okay. Thank you, Zoo, for finding me stuff. I appreciate it. And making a playlist. So right, there we go. Oh, I gotta be Sweet Ghost, too. Hey, guys. Hold on. Do I not have chat captured? I'll lock the screen. That way. Yes. Colors look a little off. Did I mess with the NOS? So this case so far, I've fixed chat capture. It's not a thing apparently. Oh, I see. I see why. I guess I closed everything last time. Okay, that's correct. Now you see that behind there, yeah? And then this one needs to be the other one. Second one. That's not it. Okay. Oh, it's this one. Yes. One good ending, 100 bad endings, just like Realm. Yeah, kinda. I wanted these backwards. I don't want the restream one big. I want the other one big. The colors seem off, don't they? Hold on. Let me open the... Yeah, they're definitely off a little bit. So, super bright. Let me check the knobs again. Is it maybe this one? I think that's right now. I don't know, bro. Put it here. What's wrong with the colors? Let me fix the chat thing and then we'll play. Cool, sure. Yeah, no, I do appreciate it. Okay, let me swap these. And now we have 2 of those, and then second one put on. Wait, no, it's probably the middle one. Put on. Draggy reads chat. Okay. Are we good now? Yeah. Okay, nice. There we go. We want the most important chant first and foremost, right? Okay, so let me see if the logic board has the girl that I'm talking about. So this case so far is about this girl. This girl right here. Her name is Miyamoto? Yeah, Miyamoto. Miyamoto Mai. So apparently she's getting stalked. And she said the guy stalked her and followed her on the train and like sends letters, put letters directly in her mailbox. And they just like describe what she did. They're not like, I don't know if the person means her harm or not, but what does imply they mean her harm is she said she had this dream, I'll go over it again quick, where an old lady comes up to her and talks to her and asks her directions, okay? And she gives her directions, and then right after that a guy runs up and stabs her. And then as she stabs, she like grabs the knife and like stabs the guy. That's how the dream goes. And so she had the dream a couple nights in a row, and also she says she has psychic powers to like she used to have psychic dreams or prophetic dreams, but she's not able to anymore. She gives us her business card. It says dream psychic on her business card. Okay, I don't know how that works, but that's what the business card says. And then so it happens well, it doesn't happen in real life. What happens in real life is she's walking home, and the old lady that's in her dream comes up to her and asks for directions, and she just freaks out immediately, and runs away. And she runs home, and in red on her door, almost it looks like in blood, is a thing that says, "Don't go against your dreams." So she went to the cops. Nobody would listen to her. So the commie found her up there. The commie lady found her up there, like trying to get help. And so she brings her down to records and collections. And so that's why. And now we're taking her home. That's the story so far. We're taking her home. Because nobody else will listen to her. We're gonna check it out a little bit and see what we find out. And we're taking her to her apartment. It's about 20 minutes from the station. Now, one thing I don't like is how often I gotta say Kamo Izumi's name. Her name is really long, and it said, "Look, do you see it? There's her last name here. Her name is really long, and she said, and you have to say it all the time, Kamo Izumi." And not only is it Kamo Izumi when you say it, it's Inspector Kamo Izumi. Every single time you refer to her, this giant, you see this whole giant, oh, I'm blocking again. You see this whole friggin' giant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters there? That is what you say every time you refer to her. They're not even all on screen. Here, there. You see that? Right on screen there? That is what you say every single time you refer to her. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway. So, oh, we have her in the car? Oh no. Why do we have the commie lady in the car? Oh no. It's almost like she's gonna start a fight or something with Kagure, who's at the wheel. She's still talking to him. She's yelling at him a little bit. She's raising her voice. Listen. Prophetic dreams are a form of deja vu, I'm telling you. See, here's the thing. Kagure believe. Oh, I forgot the funniest part of this case. Sorry, guys. I didn't recap the funniest part. Okay. So the commie lady. Hold on. Let me recap my favorite part of the case so far. Okay. So you have Kagure here, right? He's our buddy. We've been partners for like a year now. right? So we're sitting there, and we're just shooting the shit, talking. And then he goes, "Hey, Chief, you believe in prophetic dreams?" And you're like, "No, I don't think so, Kagure." And the Kagure is like, "Well, here's the thing. I had a dream that we would be talking just like this. Just sitting here just like this." And you're like, "Yeah, but don't we do that every day, Kagure? Like, is that really a prophetic dream?" And the commie lady busts in the door and goes, "There is no such thing as prophetic dreams." And then Kagure goes, "This happened too. This was in the dream." She came in and yelled at us in the dream too. Just like this. And you're like, "Yeah, okay, but she does that every day, right?" I mean, that happens to us all the time. She gives us a hard time. And then, like, the next thing she says something about, like, you know, whatever rude thing, and he does it again. He's like, "She said that too. She said the same thing." That was one of my favorite parts so far. So anyways, Kagure, the point of telling that story is Kagure but kind of believes in it, right? Kagure believes in prophetic dreams. So he's, even though he doesn't like supernatural stuff, right? But he does seem to believe in prophetic dreams. I guess that doesn't count. Like, it doesn't count. It's not like a ghost and a goblin. So he's not scared of thinking about it. Now he's getting words just thrown at him from the passenger seat. He seems like he's doing his best just to find a way to reply. I feel bad for Kagure, but I'm just happy she's sitting in the passenger seat, not next to me. If she was in the back seat, then Mai would be in Kagure's place instead. If I was sitting up there. I'm glad she's picking on Kagure instead of Mai. I'm glad that people that believe in the police force. Mai says that. Sitting next to me in the back seat. She has a bright face that she didn't show when we were in records and collections. I mean, of course, then she was trying to tell everyone about the whole stalker thing, so her face was much more sad and sullen then. What does her face look like now? Can they show a picture? Let me show a picture. So she probably looked sad because they turned her away when she tried to tell the cops. But even still, it's not like we're just accepting what she's saying. I'm not just swallowing the whole thing. I mean, it's hard to believe, right? Prophetic dreams, precognitive dreams that she's talking about. It's kind of a hard thing to accept. Where are we now? We're in front of her apartment? Yeah, we're in front of her apartment building. Now, if you don't know, in Japanese, they say mansion for apartment buildings and the apartment in the apartment building. You call both a mansion. Even though neither one's really a mansion. She's listening at the door every day, just waiting to bust in. I know. I think she really is. She's a pain. Riot likes her for some reason. I don't hate her, to be honest, because it turns out here's the thing. I disliked her more when she's first introduced, and she gives us like a spiel on female hiring Japanese hiring practices. When it's about that, I'm like, oh my god. But it turns out she was kind of right. Yukino did like wish for her husband to die. That whole story is a bummer. At least I think the supernatural path I don't know which one I like more out of the two endings. I think the supernatural path's a little better because she did like try to like get over the fence and come back and like try to live, and then she falls. So maybe that's good, right? Maybe it's a slightly better ending than the other one. I don't know. It's hard to say. But anyway, I think she's okay. She's kind of annoying though. But also, here's the thing. Of course, you don't believe in like Oni rage demons and stuff by default, right? So I got to give her a little bit of slack. I think she has a crush on the main guy, or she's just really interested in the whole supernatural thing. There's only two possibilities I see with how like how much she talked to him in the first case, right? Either she has a crush on him, or she's just interested in this whole supernatural thing, even though she's a profiler. She's like from Major Case, basically. She's from Major Case. She's from the forensics department, and she's a profiler from the forensics department. She's like Major Case. So, and she chooses to transfer to our department, which is kind of wild too, because our department, she goes from like she's having a good career to our department, which is like nobody even knows about you. You're on the bottom of the 5th basement floor. Most people don't even know it exists. Kind of a weird career move, to be honest. Like, she graduated early. It goes out of your way to explain to you that she's like on a good path career-wise, and then she just comes down to your department and transfers. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see. So the apartment building she lives in seems like it's popular with women. Looks European from the outside. You think they have those in Japan, like apartment buildings that are almost mostly women? I think that's a thing. And then they probably have like a security guard or something. So we get out of the car and go with Mai up to her door, go through the entrance. The entrance has ornamental paintings and plants. Definitely seems like it's for women's taste. So a man's apartment building wouldn't have flowers. I mean, wouldn't have like little potted plants and paintings and stuff. That's probably true. That's probably true, I guess. It's like a woman's bathroom compared to like a man's bathroom, a male bathroom, right? I remember seeing one like at some like hotel where the woman's bathroom is like all nice, like totally different everything. I was like, huh? What in the heck? What in the world? Apparently that happens sometimes. Apparently like they have nicer bathrooms. I don't know why that's a thing, but on the right hand side, just like you find anywhere, you have a collection of post boxes, and next to that is the manager's room. Might be like the, what do you call somebody that watches a building? That guy. Building manager's room. Looks like she's gonna say something when we get out near the post office. It makes me nervous watching her carefully open her post office box, but apparently nothing's in there. Looks like she's relieved. Yeah, see, the stalker keeps putting letters in there, so that's why she's doing it slow, and that's also why she's relieved nothing's in there. I'm home. Sorry I worried you. Sorry for worrying you. She's talking to the manager, the security guard, or whatever he is. She speaks with a kind voice to the I don't know what to call him. The building manager. Oh, look, it pops up as a thing. I can see through the. You can see through the window. The building manager looks middle-aged. Middle-aged building manager. Now, could it be the manager that's the stalker? Could be, right? Now, I'm not saying nothing yet, but could be. I'm home, mister. Sorry for worrying you. She seems nice. She seems kind towards him. So then the guy comes out. He pulls his head. He puts his head through the window. He comes out for the entrance. Yeah, I was worried you weren't home when you normally were. This guy looks creepy as hell. It's way later. This guy looks creepy as hell. Especially for fortune telling. Was worried. Guys, I'm not saying anything, but I don't know, bro. Do you think there's something about like personality and looks that go together? What do you think? He's kind of always got a cowboy thing on. I'm just noticing that. He's like his style is like he goes to a rodeo, isn't it? Well, I wasn't working my part-time job today, so I went somewhere else. That's why I'm late. So, what about the fortune telling? Yeah, it's late, so I won't be doing it today. What are they talking about there, the fortune telling? I won't be doing it today. The conversation between them feels like they know each other. It doesn't seem like just a normal building manager and resident conversation. Oh, who are the people with? By the way, who are the people with you? Seems like he notices us. It looks a little looking at us suspiciously. I don't think you should be looking at us suspiciously. You should get a mirror. Get a mirror. Oh, these are police officers. They took me home. Police? What did something happen? No, no need to worry. No, no need to worry. I just was worried something might happen, so I went to talk to them. So has she not told the guy about the letters and stuff? Like, because he's like, what happened? I wonder if she didn't tell him about that. I feel like he's got to be connected to the stalking, because he's so creepy looking. He's so creepy looking. But maybe that's a red herring. Huh? This game is really good at misdirection. These stories are really good at misdirection. So maybe this guy is actually like a good guy. It's hard to say at this point. She had a pained her smile changed to a more pained expression as she explains it. It's just skipping. And once she's done explaining the threatening letters as well as the stalker situation, it doesn't look like the building manager is relaxed though. Yeah, he seems worried about it. Well, if that happened, you should talk to me before going to the police. I mean, I am the building manager. I kind of agree though, right? Hey Stevie, welcome. Maybe this guy is the stalker. It'd be easy for him to get the letters to her, right? I mean, So far, welcome Stevie. So there's this lady that came to the police station, talking about a stalker, and she has prophetic dreams, and they were walking her home now, and she had some dream where she got killed, and the thing that happened in the dream happened, and then she ran away from it to try to not die, and then she on her door in red was "Don't go against the dream," and then she's got all these letters describing like what she does every day. That's the story so far. So the manager was glancing at us as he says that. See, here's the thing, bro. He's definitely suspicious. He's definitely suspicious. He keeps glancing over at us while he's saying that. I'm sorry for worrying you. My bows down in front of him. That's normal though, and that's normal to do in this situation. Support me on Streamlabs. That's normal to do. If you think so, but if you don't want to be a fortune teller, then hold on. This is a little confusing. Then maybe you should get married, going off your father's introduction, because I'm sure worried about you too. I don't quite know what he's referring to there. I'm sure she'll tell us though, right? We'll learn what that means. Wait, is this her dad? Or her uncle or something? Hold on. Not her dad. It'd be her uncle if it's something, if he's related. Because now suddenly talking about her dad. And she does keep calling him uncle, but that's normal when you're talking to somebody older. I don't know if that's her uncle or something. She does look like, he does have an expression like a father admonishing a child. Admonishing, that's a normal word. Maybe he's just creepy though. I don't know. We don't know enough about this to say. She replies with a nod and guides us to the elevator. Okay. So I ask immediately, seems like you and the building manager are pretty close, huh? Yeah. He's my real uncle. Okay. He's my real uncle. I got that vibe, right? He's my real uncle. Okay. See, that's the thing in Japan, like that's why it's a little confusing, is here I'll show you. We talk about Japanese real quick. See, she calls him Oji-san, right? Which means uncle. But what makes it obvious, like he's actually her uncle. Okay, so sorry, back up a second. So you call people you don't know, you call them based on their age. You call them older brother, older sister if they're around your age, but like a little bit older, right? Like a couple years older or something. You call them big brother, big sister. That's normal, right? It's like Mr. or Mrs. or Sir or any of that. You say, instead of that, you say big brother, big sister. And then if they're the age of your parents, you say uncle or aunt. And then if they're the age of your grandparents, you say, you know, like Mima. You say grandpa and grandma, right? That's just how it works. It's just the ones you don't know you refer that way. But this case, the reason it seems like a real uncle is because he mentions her dad giving her like a letter of introduction. Like, why would he be saying that unless, you know? So, and now she says right here, real uncle. So I was right on that. Oh, I see. So she's living in the building managed by her actual uncle. Hey, Shinny, welcome, welcome. I see, okay. So I don't know if he is the stalker then, right? You started telling me about the manager. I need to know more. Soga Tetsuji. Okay. They have different names. But I guess that could be normal too, right? Oh, but that explains why I was asking about fortune telling, because he's like he's her uncle, so he's curious about like what she's doing for work, right? That makes sense. Apparently, he's the head of the, what is this? Neighborhood Association? Really? Okay. And people like him. Okay. He seemed kind of creepy to me, but maybe, like I was saying, maybe that's an intentional misdirect by the game. It happens pretty often in these games, so. Okay, here we go. Maybe we'll explain some of it. Her mother. Okay. Hold on. Soga, his name's Soga Tetsuji, okay? Soga's dead wife is twin sister of Mai's mother. So it's her uncle in what? Wait, that's a red flag kind of though. No. Uncle in marriage. It's the uncle on the other side. And because of that, Mai's father and Soga get along together. They've known each other for years. Okay. So he married her mother's sister, twin sister, and then her father got to know him, right? Because they were related that way then. And then they're still friends, so they're still kind of like a family a little bit, even though his wife is dead apparently. Him being dead is kind of, I mean, her being dead is kind of scary though, right? Maybe as like some weird thing now. I don't know. I mean, I'm suspecting the guy of a lot of stuff, but he did look weird, man. Hold on. Didn't he? He looked freaking weird, bro. He looked freaking weird. Here. Looks freaking weird. I don't know. This looks weird. I don't trust that forehead. Now maybe I'm making cranial assumptions here. But do not trust that head, man. Really weird, really angular nose too. I don't know if I'm doing my own fortune telling here. Looking at his head. The reason I was permitted to live alone is because of my Uncle Soga. That's the reason her dad agreed, right? Oops. I meant to go up to the thing. That's the reason, Soga Tetsuji. The reason her dad agreed to her living on her own is because of this guy here being her actual family. Right, that makes sense. Both of my parents, are both your parents against you living alone? Yeah. And my dad worries the most. Now maybe we relate to that a little bit, because Kazami's parents didn't want him to become a detective, and he went to be one anyway. Hating on balding bros. Well, it's not the balding, really, I promise you, okay? It's not the balding. that I'm hating on. It's like the brow. I'm talking about the brow. I'm talking about his brow. Not his not the hairline. I mean his brow. Like the forwardness of his brow is what I'm talking about. Not the balding. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. He does kind of, now that you mention it though, you know what he looks like? Any of you guys watch The Shield? What was the guy in The Shield? He looks like him. The other guy, the guy that was his partner. You had the bald guy, and then you had his partner. Crap, I can't remember his name. He was in a bunch. He's been in a bunch of shows since. He's in the Fallout. He's in the Fallout show. He's the zombie guy, the ghoul. That guy. In The Shield, he plays like his what's his name's partner. Everybody know what I'm talking about? The Fallout show. He's the ghoul in the Fallout show. The guy I'm talking about. He was Vic's Parker. Vic, what's his name? His name in the show. Is his name Vic in the show? The main guy, the bald guy. I don't know. He's the guy's partner. He's like the second cop in the show. And that show gets crazy. You've never seen The Shield. Okay, so apparently they live nearby still. They live nearby still. And ever since she was little, her mother's been in and out of the hospital. So only her dad's at home right now. So now what I'm wondering is, the reason that she's in and out of the hospital, is it the same thing that killed her sister? Because like maybe there's some kind of health issue or something. And they're twins, so they both have it. So my dad allowed me to stay here because my uncle is the building manager. Oh, makes sense. Well, that means he has a lot of trust for him then, too, right? But he smiles a little bit. When I'm speaking of worry, so my uncle Soga is also a bit of a worrier. He pays attention to any boy, any man. Well, right, of course. And he said I should ride the female-only train because of perverts. Okay. I don't know, I'm suspecting him still. I'm suspecting him. Like a dad, huh? Don't know what to make of that. The Fallout. The chime. And with the chime, the elevator door opens. Cuts off our conversation there. Now, guys, I want to take a vote. Should we purposely avoid bad endings? Should I pull up the thing to make sure I don't get a bad ending, or do we not worry about it? What do you mean no? I didn't even say the question yet. You already said no. Should I pull up the guide thing so I avoid bad endings? No? Okay, I hear you. But let's actually listen to the question, guys. Do I try to avoid bad endings, or do I not worry about it? Fine. I'm just thinking, like, with the first chapter, we ended up basically replaying it an extra time. Because we got like a weird, right at the end, bad ending. So we had to play it a whole extra time. That's why I'm thinking about it. 3 times. Yeah, we had to play it. No, I understand. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I should pull up the thing. Just so that doesn't happen again. Which side do you guys want to do? Paranormal or occult the first time? I guess I will. I guess I will do that. Oh, and put this in the side over here somewhere. No, I don't want to see that. I guess I will. You know, I like doing it just to whatever, but what if we get a bad ending, you know? And then we have to play the same story 3 times, see some horribly sad thing 3 times, and yada yada. So I'll put it on the side here. Have we had any questions yet? I guess not, right? I'm looking at it. I don't think we've even had any choices yet. Okay, so, Kagure is the first to get off the elevator. Then once Mai gets off, she guides us to her apartment. Well, when you put it like that, yeah, and then you get depression. Come on, that was a sad story. I don't know if I say I get depression, but the Yukino one did bum me out a lot. But I think I don't know, isn't that good for the stream to like be? I try to get in like really understand the character, right, to translate it. Is that not good for the stream too, though? But yeah, it was a bummer. Here we are. Please wait. Just wait a minute. He gets a key out from her bag and opens the door. It's always good for a stream to make you depressed, yes? Okay. Alright, I guess. Okay. Is that sarcasm or serious or? Alright, well, we're in the ribbing. Wait, what? Ribbing dining. Ah, yes. We passed through the ribbing dining. Of course. I feel like I've seen this picture before. I feel like I know she has a teddy bear. Oh, there's a teddy bear right there. But I mean, I feel like they're like it's part of the story. But I don't remember. Oops, I don't remember playing this though. I don't think I played this. How do I know that? Why do I know that? Why is that in my head already? I definitely did not play it. Keep the depression coming. I mean, sure. Okay. Well, I'm just saying. I think it was pretty. I mean, I think I delivered the end of Yukino. Did you guys not like the end of the Yukino thing? I think I delivered it pretty good. I get you're saying I'm depressed, but look, it's part of the cost of translating. Is the way I'm doing it on the stream is. If something bums out the characters, it's gonna bum me out too. Right? It's method. I'm method translating. Okay, it's just part of the thing. You're saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's just part of the performance. Like, is an actor that gets bummed out in a movie, and they feel it, but even like really bummed out because they're doing it for their role, is that a bad thing? I thought it's a good thing. It's just part of the gig. Okay, so we go through here. It smells like a lady's place. It smells, what is this? Citrusy. It smells nice. It seems nice and citrusy, we say. You translate, you must be depressed. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes. But that also means, like, it's good too, because that means when there's like really good stuff, it's really nice too, right? So it's just like life. It's just, right, like Wayne said earlier, it's just like life. Depression equals good. No, but without depression, what does good matter? You know, without feeling down in the dumps, like, right, you're just putting it like depression's bad, but without being depressed, how do you feel happy? You don't even know what happiness is without depression. I think I got a point here, yes. It is good, I think. What is this? Hang your stuff? Please, relax. Be at home. She heads towards the kitchen in the back. Okay, don't mind me. Don't don't mind me. By hang your stuff, she means sit down or make yourself at ease. But the verb she used was hang. So, it's interesting. I guess that's what you say, though. Kamo Izumi sits down in a nearby chair. Kagure is the only one that can't quite find where to go. He's just like looking around awkwardly, right? There is no happiness. No, there's happiness. Come on. Now you're being a bummer. Now Gio's being a bummer. Come on, there's tons of happiness. But for happiness, it's like a roller coaster, right? The lower you go, the nicer it feels when you go up. I think we should make it a group goal to cause all the depression we can. No, you're making a joke of this. I get the sense you think what I'm saying is ridiculous, right? Yeah, that's the sense I get right now. That you are taking what I'm saying to be ridiculous, but I don't think it is ridiculous. I like this goal. No. You guys are taking it a little wrong. You're taking it a little wrong. Maybe it's because Mai's room seems very feminine, so he doesn't know. He's confused. Kagure's never been in a feminine room. I decided to look around. Her room. Green. The entire room is a normal ladies' room with a light green hue to it. See, I knew the teddy bear. How did I know about the teddy bear? I knew it was going to be important. How did I know the teddy bear was going to be important? How did I know that? I don't know how I knew that. There's a teddy bear carefully placed. An old teddy bear carefully placed. Must be a good memory. Or was that in my head already? Well, on bad any day, I thought you were going to leave stream and throw a toaster in the bathtub. No. No. It's just part of the story. I was just, listen, maybe I'm just a really good actor, is what I'm learning here. Maybe I should have gone into acting instead of translating. Okay, so our things are lined with books. You can see it's like, they're like fortune-telling things. Hold on. Let me show you some of these, lock it in place. Here we have like astrology there. It's like fortune telling with stars, and it's like fate fortune telling. It's all kind of fortune telling stuff. The heart and the body, the orbit of success, laws, life laws, some kind of fortune telling magic book thing. It's not all ridiculous. Some of them are like psychology and kind of books. They're weird books, kind of. The opening the door to your heart is the one with the key. Something psychology, second edition. Opening fate, something. The dictionary for the last one's like a fortune telling dictionary. Fortune telling dictionary there. I still feel like the colors are a little off. I don't know why. Make sure to push any of these. No. I don't think so. I'm gonna push this. They're on or off? This is on, right? That's off. Okay. Oh no. I don't know, bro. Okay, there's a on the right hand side. There's a bunch of bookshelves. There's a bunch of books in her bookshelves. When I look at the titles, they're almost all fortune telling books. Yeah, a lot of them are. But you know that's kind of normal for a woman anyway. See, even in Japan, fortune telling is a lady thing, right? But the books are a little bit different. Because for me, as an amateur, they seem like difficult books. Difficult fortune-telling books. Like there's some thick books like dictionaries. Not something you would buy frivolously. So she's very serious about her astrology. Even Japan, yeah. But he makes a note that, like that there are more serious books in the subject than just like something you'd buy at like checkout lane or something, checkout aisle. There's also books besides the fortune-telling books. There's also psychology. Yeah, I noticed that too. And books on dream analysis, right, which falls under psychology, not fortune-telling, oddly enough, right? And also, yeah. They seem to, it almost seems like they float in the room a little bit. Does Mai have any sisters, older sisters, or Mai, do you have older sisters or younger sisters? Kagure suddenly says. Yeah, what's up with that? Oh, I look at Kagure. He's looking at a picture on the wall. He's pointing at a picture on the wall. Do we see that? I see. There's two girls holding tennis rackets. Besides that, there's other pictures too. There's pictures of them on the court playing, and picture of them winning a cup. Is it doubles? It looks like Mai and some other girl. It does look like it looks exactly the same. No. I'm on the left, but on the right, that's my childhood friend. What? That's my childhood friend's cousin. My childhood friend, my cousin? Or what? Hold on. How do you read that? Childhood friend, cousin. Childhood friend, cousin. Oh, it's her cousin. That's also her childhood friend. That's what we're saying? It's a cousin she was close to. It's her... Okay. It's her childhood cousin. Friend. Sure. So it looks that like her as her cousin? Her cousin? Wait a second. That is it. What's his name's daughter? The guy's daughter? If it's her cousin. So her mom and her mom's sister were identical twins. So maybe that's why they look so similar. Would that explain that? She came back from the kitchen with tea, as she says that. And we're all surprised. Because the two in this picture look almost indistinguishable from each other. So it's her cousin. Well, of course you're surprised. We often got mistaken for each other. They were that similar looking that like people would think they're different. They're each other. And she mumbles that as she's handing us out tea. That's kind of weird though, no? But in her eyes I can see that it seems like she's telling a sad story, like she's remembering something sad. And I don't know if I want to ask further. I feel like I asked something I shouldn't have touched. Is she dead? Is her cousin dead? I feel like I shouldn't pry any further, so I decided to change subject. And we ask about the stalker. Oh, that's a great topic. About Mai's father, about the books on the bookshelf. The safest one is probably the books on the bookshelf, right? That's probably the safest one. I don't think we want to get talking about a stalker all of a sudden, right? I think I'm going to go with the books on the bookshelf. I think that's the best move. None of the stalker. It seems like a mistake. Let's save here, though. Save here, though. Okay. The books. Let's go with the books. A lot of books. Did we read them all? Well, yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda. But, it's just, how do you put that? The word is like, we put on like an appendix or something. I've read them, yeah. But she means like as a matter of some other reason. It's appendix knowledge. It's stuff she. Yeah, we bring it up too. When she says it's an appendix, afterthought, she means. She means after she lost her power, her fortune-telling power. So she's saying, I see. So it's confusing because it is confusing. She started getting into it after she lost her powers. Her fortune-telling powers. Her prophetic dreaming powers. She started reading those books. Now I thought that Kamo Izumi, who loves science more than everything, would get upset about that, but doesn't seem to care. Doesn't seem to care. I take a closer look at the bookshelf again. Fortune telling, dream analysis, psychology, religion, religious studies, occultism, neurology, and psychology. Occultism's in there, by the way. Yeah, weird spot in the conversation to pin it to the stalker. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. Like, I know we're trying to change the topic, right? But not like that. Some of these seem a little odd for a young woman to have, no? Maybe she's smart, I don't know. Oh, some of my some of those are my school books too. Oh no, we're asking. Some of these books are kind of academic. Are they useful in fortune telling? Well, I want to know the root of what's causing their anxiety. She said calmly. So, people that come to a fortune teller are bothered by something. They're anxious about something. And behind that anxiety is usually something social or psychological that's giving them trouble. Something that's affecting their nerves. At least that's what I thought. I see. Good thinking. So because she loses her psychic powers, she tries to figure out what their problem is, psychologically, or what's wrong with their like social standing or whatever. Why they're worried, right? She tries to figure out why they're worried. Yeah, that makes sense. I always thought that fortune tellers just guessed at things blindly. Really. Sure. What is this now? A hit is a sign. A miss is a sign. I guess that's like a saying. A hit is a sign, a miss is a sign. They turn everything into a sign, is what he's saying. But, however, she seems to take Kagure's words kindly, even though they almost sound half rude. Yeah, but people now aren't happy with that. That's why I just wonder if it's possible to maybe get rid of the things they're worried about. That's all I'm thinking. Yeah, but then aren't you taking those seeds of anxiety yourself? That's what Kamo Izumi says. She's looking at her with a anxious expression too. Yeah. Yeah, Chief. Sorry, I mean, he doesn't always say Chief. He's not saying Chief right now. I'm just trying to get into Kagure. Now that you mention it, when I was a kid, they used to talk about fortune telling about your future spouse. That's what was popular when I was young. Who are you gonna marry? That sure changes the atmosphere, huh? Kagure has a big smile on his face when he's saying it, in a cheerful voice. Sure. Well, yeah, Kamo Izumi, the Kami lady. It's funny, her name's kind of like Kami, Kamo Izumi. She was talking about like how you're taking on stress and blah blah blah. And Kagure's like, well, yeah, but I remember it was about who you're gonna marry. Thank goodness for Kagure, I suppose, right? Yeah, it's like I also try to avoid that whole thing. What? Hold on. There's like the fortune telling where you put water in a bucket. You fill a bucket with water, then you hold a razor blade in your mouth and you look into the water? That's a thing? What? Okay. Hold on. Am I misreading that? I'm misreading that? What's Kamisori? What is that? Is it Kamisori? A razor. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Okay. What? Yoko? What is he talking about? So you fill a bucket with water and you put a razor blade in your mouth? That's something Japanese people do? Yogo? Okay. Seems weird. Seems weird, Yoko. Seems weird. Yeah, that's how they did it. That's how they figured out who you're gonna marry? What? Bizarre. Oba auction. He nods with over the top reaction. Oba auction. Maybe that's for helping Mai relax. I don't know. So I try to talk. We all, we all kind of timidly talk. I'll kind of chime in. Okay, I heard, they would see the face come float up, right? The true face, and then I heard people drop the razor. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Yoko, can we talk about that again? Can you explain this? I'm gonna look this up. This sounds insane, Yoko. This sounds insane. Hold on. What the fuck is that? A fortune game. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Take a comb and go to a crossroads after dark. Create sounds from the comb. That's not the thing, though. There's all kinds of weird ones, I guess, then. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Step 1. Take a comb and go to a crossroads after dark. Create sounds from the comb 3 times by drawing your fingers along the teeth of the comb. Chant the following lines. Suji Ura, Suji Ura, grant me a true response. Wait for a stranger to pass by. It must be a stranger. It cannot be someone that you know. When you see the stranger approaching, cover your face with something. A book, a newspaper, or a bag will do. If there are other people with you, they must cover their faces too. Ask the stranger to tell you your fortune. If the stranger doesn't answer or refuse to tell you, then you have to wait for another stranger to pass by. You never know. That stranger is telling your fortune could be a ghostly wanderer or even Satan himself. Interesting fact. The game Suji Ura became so popular that the Japanese produced little crackers. I knew this actually. Did you guys know this? Little crackers with fortunes inside, written on paper. Does this remind you of anything? These cakes were called Suji Ura Senbai, which means crossroads fortune telling crackers. Years later, in America, after the war, Chinese restaurants adopted these Japanese crackers and named them fortune cookies. I knew that. They came from Japanese immigrants. Yeah. So when you eat a fortune cookie in a Chinese restaurant, it comes directly from this old Japanese fortune-telling ritual. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Just like it was Japanese immigrants came up with it for their restaurants, and the Chinese restaurants like that's a good idea, and they copied it. But people think it's Chinese. It's not Chinese at all. It's Japanese. It is Chinese restaurants that offer it, but it's a Chinese tradition. Now, when I read about it, though, they weren't really sure where it came from, though. Like they were sure it was from Japan, but it wasn't clear it was from that custom or, like the ones. There's temple ones too. There's like these temple cookies you get. Or I know they're cookies. They're like something with a writing inside. Like it's theorized. I don't know if it's 100% clear it came specifically from that thing when I was reading about it. So I don't know about that, but it is definitely from Japanese culture though, because they had like other things they did, like a temple or something too that was kind of similar that I remember reading about. I don't know if anybody knows either. I don't know if that person's guessing or what exactly there. They might be right though. Like the person that their partner was hiding their face. Yeah. I even heard of some people that had a shadow of their hair, like it was cut with the razor blade. I really don't know about this razor thing. I really don't know what the hell that... When I heard about it, they were hiding with a mask. Chief, don't you think maybe some other urban legends are mixed in? Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about here at this point. I guess there's something with a razor blade and a pot of water, and a bucket of water, and then somehow you like look at the bucket of water. What's the point of the razor blade though? It's clearly reflection, right? The idea is like the water reflects, and then it's like, who does it look at? Maybe, right? Like you have I'm guessing it's like this. You have the razor blade in your mouth, right? And then it's like the water, like everybody, maybe you all look in the bucket, and then you aim the razor at the bucket, and then it shows somebody's face that's around, and then that's the person you're supposed to be with, I'm guessing. And then saying something about people hiding their hair, and there's like hiding the man. I don't know, but that might be it, right? Something like this is what they're talking about, I guess. I tried to Google it really quickly. I think I'll have to look it up in Japanese. I'm gonna do research on this after stream, because I do not know what the hell they're talking about. Okay, and then my smiles at Kagure's nonsense. Well, oops, maybe it's time to ask about the stalker now. We have to, right? We gotta switch topics. By the way, besides what you showed us earlier, oops, do you have any other evidence about the stalker? Yeah, I do. Hold on a sec. As she says that, she goes back into the other room and comes back with her evidence that she spreads out in front of us. Oh, there's a bunch of letters I see. Oh, she took a picture of the thing of her door. How come the cops didn't listen to her if she has all this evidence? Just like the one she showed us earlier, there's no stamps on it and no return address. She also has a picture of the writing, of the blood-like writing on her wall. There's at least a dozen photographs. There's like more than a dozen photographs. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, with all this evidence, how come the cops didn't care? I get it's weird, but this is a fair amount of evidence. Like, the letters aren't hers, right? Somebody's writing letters to her. The writing on her door. You'd think they could at least, like, check it out in some way. Well, I guess we're doing that now. I pick them up and look. I mean, I get closer and start picking them up and looking. Or we all do. Yeah. What? The letters were coming twice a day at times. Well, yeah, your stalker is really serious, huh? Twice a day. Oh. Kagure says that as he's reading through the letter. Strange. Huh. Kamizumi hadn't said anything up until now. Looks like, she started another fight. Is there some reason you didn't report this? What it... She said her words are polite, but you can tell in her eyes. Her eyes are looking for something. Well, I don't know. It was creepy, but it's not like anything really happened. Like I was in any real danger. Right, because the letters, I guess, are just like describing what she's doing. They're not like threatening her, I don't think. I don't think they're actually threatening her. Sorry, 1 second, guys. And then when she finally answers, hold on. She looks like she doesn't want to answer. She doesn't want to keep going. And then, according to your story, this is Kamizumi talking. According to your story, you've been receiving these for kind of letters for months? Yes. Listen, as a woman, I can understand, but as a woman, I knew she's a freaking commie, man. As a woman, she's using standpoint epistemology in Japanese. Look, hold on. She literally is, bro. Look, right here. What does that word mean right there? Position of, standing position. She's literally using standpoint epistemology in Japanese. Look, that's wild. Freaking commies. Look. A place to stand, a footing, a position to stand, a role, a situation, a face, a point of view, a viewpoint. Oh wait, sorry, that's the blade still. Why is that not updating? Hold on, let me fix this. Oh, that one's broken. I'm broke somehow, I think. Now, I have seen it in I have seen commie stuff in Japanese before, but nonetheless. Little Wild, thank you, Hugo. Little Wild, I told you she's a commie, man. I told you she's a dang commie. I ain't joking. Ain't joking. Hold on, is the screen all fucked out now? I ain't joking on that. I still feel like the colors are off. I don't know what would be doing that though. With it, check these knobs. Oh, I think I fixed it. There we go. Right? Yeah, I fixed it. There was a little bit of blue missing. A little bit of blue missing. That's what. Yeah, I fixed it. I finally fixed it. Colors were off the whole time. They really understood American college. Well, yeah, apparently, right? Like, whoever wrote this definitely understands like what comes along with American schooling. I don't know if they knew somebody or I don't quite know. But they definitely get it, right? Whoever wrote this story definitely gets it. But you can tell the way she already has an aggressive tone. Even though she's saying from the position of a woman like you. She already sounds aggressive. Passive aggressive commie talk. If I was receiving this many letters, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Yeah, it was scary. So, then shouldn't you have told the building manager right away? Right? Wouldn't that have been the normal thing to do? Right, she's suspecting her because she didn't do that, basically, huh? Kagure looks at me, Kagure looks at the inspector puzzled, not sure what to do, and then looks at me. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I mean, it is a good question. Like, it is maybe a question that needs to be asked. So, I'm sure he's trying to protect her, though. He wants to stop her. But I don't have anything to say. Also, because I want to know the answer. Yeah, I do too. Like, yeah, it is kind of pointed, but, it is a good question. Mai puts her head down and doesn't answer. Judging by the conversation we heard earlier, it sounded like it was his first time finding out. Right? Inspector, remember Mai is a victim here? Maybe you could talk more. He's right, though. She should be a little... Seems like Kagure is getting annoyed with how much it's escalating. He's had enough, it seems like. It sounds like he tried to resist as much as he could, but reached an end. Kagure, how about you don't talk until I'm done talking? Roger. Bro. Just like that. That easily she went past him. Alright, back to the conversation. Kagure, come on, man. Stand up for yourself a little more than that. How about you shut up until I'm done? She didn't say it quite that rude, but that's exactly what she said. How about please refrain from talking until I'm finished talking. So now she looks back at Mai and she picks up a pile of the envelopes on the table. So the stalker, right? He has to come by here to mail these, right? So she should have told the manager, yeah, right? Because then he would have known, he would have seen them, you would think. He literally sits there, like right next to the mailbox. So she's arranging the letters in front of him as she continues her questions. So if you told him the truth, then he would notice if somebody suspicious comes by the mailboxes. It should be easy to deal with, no? I'm wondering that too. She's right. Because there's no stamps on them, so it would have been obvious. The stalker has to come by himself and directly put him in, is what we're thinking. If she was to tell the building manager, then it wouldn't be too hard to see somebody suspicious. Yeah, I feel like it's difficult to ride the same horse as the Inspector Kamoizumi, but I ask her too. If there is a reason why you didn't tell anybody, can you please tell us what it is? Well, because I didn't want my dad to know. Oh. Because then he wouldn't let her live alone anymore, right? She finally began to speak. She'd been sitting with her head down the whole time, but now she started talking. Yeah, my dad is very strict. If something happened, he wouldn't want me to come home immediately. That's why she didn't tell. And it's her, and the uncle knows him directly, right? What's up, Zax? Every time horse game, knock off anything. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. What's up, Chris? Welcome. Playing, spooky game. This lady's being stalked, and, this lady's being stalked by... I don't know. It could be her uncle. Her uncle looks creepy. Hold on. Uncle looks creepy. This guy. His forehead, I don't trust. I don't trust a brow like that. I'm not saying anything. I'm not a browist, but... I mean, I try not to be a browist, but... I don't know, man. What's up with his brow? Hey, Wax, welcome. What's up with his brow? Looks like a weirdo, yeah. He's got like a cowboy outfit thing too. You can see the at the very bottom. You can see like he has one of those ties, those like bow ties. It's not bow tie, whatever it's called, the cowboy ties. And then he had a whole cowboy look to him too. A little cowboy look to him. And he's not her real. Well, he's her real uncle, but through marriage. Apparently, her mother had a twin sister. And he was married to the twin sister, the other sister. And apparently she's dead. Her mother's in and out of the hospital. I don't know if that's connected or what. Seems like it could be. Seems like it could be. Apparently her dad is against her fortune telling. And against her going out every day to work, right? So she didn't tell her dad, or she didn't tell her uncle about the stalker and the weird letters, because the uncle would tell her dad, and then the dad would say, "Hey, get back home. Stop living on your own." And she doesn't want that. Sure, but the stalker seems pretty creepy though. Okay, so far what's happened is, this lady is a dream fortune teller, she says. And she said she lost her powers, so now she's like a regular fortune teller. She had a dream recently, though, where... Well, first off, she's been receiving all these letters that are like just describing her movements every single day. Like a weird stalker is just writing it all down. And then she had this dream where she was walking home at night and an old lady comes up and asks for directions, and she gives her directions, and then after the old lady leaves, some weirdo comes up and runs up and stabs her. And then she like grabs the knife and stabs the guy, and that's how the dream ends. And then she had that dream multiple nights in a row, and then she's walking home one night and an old lady comes up and asks for directions, and so she freaks out. She freaks the fuck out, right? Like, oh no, and runs away from the old lady. And she runs all the way home, and when she gets home, her door has red writing on it, like it looks like blood, and it says, "Don't go against your dreams." So, what the fuck's going on there? What the hell's going on there? What the hell's going on there? So, a knockoff game was open. The horse racing game you're talking about, Zax? Yeah, that game looked pretty goofy, the knockoff horse game. Hold on, let's see if I can find the link to that you're talking about. Knockoff horse game. Here it is. Yeah, you guys know they had that, like, horse racing game? Apparently they have knockoff ones. That's one of the things Zach's talking about. Here, look the screen. Normal. Up, back. This way. I'll show you. This game. Anime Girl Derby Race Games. Apparently they just make knockoff ones. Which I guess makes sense, right? Now they just have like random ass girl racing games. They give them ears like, well, we did it. We did well enough. I forgot what the Japanese one was called. But it looked really ghetto anyway. I know it's review 1.1.0. Anime Girl Derby Race Games. What he's talking about. It's funny they do copy those games. I'm not quite surprised, but pretty funny. Okay, this again. Where's the game though? There it goes. Top War knockoff Vivid Army. So we got more other ones. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense to just like crap out a bunch of clones, right? I wonder what games I've never even thought of being cloned out there. I'm sure everything even remotely popular. Like, what's a recent popular game? Marathon? I bet there's some knockoff Marathon with a bunch of goofy robots. I don't quite get Marathon though, personally. I don't quite get the appeal, but it looks too corpo to me. It looks like Marathon looks like a graphic designer designed the game. Like it's all like fashion magazine, sleek. I don't know how else to put it. It looks like somebody that got a like some kind of not fashion degree, design degree, made the game. What it looks like. It does look like right. You get what I'm talking about? Marathon is a knockoff. Yeah, you guys get what I'm talking about. Yeah, it looks like that kind of aesthetic, like for the whole game. Like it's very like it feels corpo, just like corpo chic, which not an aesthetic I like. Corpo chic. Corpo chic. Yeah, I think that's a good word for it. Zombie defense game was thinking 2 reasons they spawn on Steam. More zombie defense ones? Oh. Okay, let's see. So we have a Kami in our team. I'll show you real quick. That's her uncle. Then down here we have our team. Kagure, Indo Ramco, who's one of my favorites. She never really does any work though. She just sleeps on the couch and watches horse racing. Which is why she's one of my favorite characters. And she talks with an accent. She's from Kansai. So she talks very slangy. And she's actually a exorcist, a Buddhist exorcist. But you don't know that because she hides it. And then this lady just transferred. She's pure for real Kami. She went to school in America. In the first chapter, it goes out of its way to say that she shrugs like an American, which I was not aware was a thing. I was not aware there was a thing, that she shrugs like an American. I didn't know that. Like in Japan, if you go to Japan and you shrug, they're like, oh yeah, that's an American. What are they doing? What the gaudiness of that, of shrugging. If you think about a shrug, it kind of makes sense though, right? You like flail your hands up, like Japanese people don't do that apparently. We mentioned it 2 times. There was 2 times she shrugged. One time we say it's like Western, and the first time we say it's American. She apparently went to school after middle school, so high school and college in America. And so that explains why she's a super commie feminist. Shrug like an American sounds like a pop song from the 80s. They should make that a song, yeah. Should make that a song. Oh, another game? Let's see. Check. Let's open this. Let's show you guys this one too. Hold on. Lock the screen again. And show you this real quick. Then we'll get back to Bro, these mobile games are crazy. They just make... I mean, I guess it's AI now, right? I guess they just use AI and make them even faster. What? So this is like, it's the General from the General commercial, the car commercials. They're definitely all inspired by other characters. What that? He has a yo-yo clock. He has a hand watch. Now this is some serious slop level. It's why this is Chinese slop, like goi slop. This is we need a term for this. I don't think you can say. There's lots of words I'm thinking of, like it would rhyme with link slop. I don't think you're supposed to say that though. I don't think you're supposed to say that. Treasure ahoy! Yeah. Up was Tom Ward. Hold on. And then we got this one. 2. Okay. Is this anime girl one, Zax? This is an anime girl version? Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. I don't get how people play these games, to be honest with you. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And all these pictures are kind of questionable. Kind of questionable, right? I question what's going on there. Questionable. Maybe that's why people play them. Oh, there we go. G.I. Joe. Bibid Ami. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, it says in English. Okay. That's what I think of when I think of G.I. Joe. I think of this. Exactly what I think of, too. Right. Thank you, Zax. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting knockoff slop games. Very interesting. Okay. What time are we at? 5 a.m.? I think after this next scene, I'm gonna take a break. We're at almost 3 hours. I'll take a break. I need to get something to eat, I think. So let's finish this scene, and then I'm gonna take a break. The Kami is questioning her, is what's happening right now. So I brought the Kami. It seems like you stopped. So apparently it must be tough for a woman to live on her own. Oh, so this lady lives in this apartment building. It's like all ladies, I guess, and then her uncle's the building manager. Like I said, I'm suspicious of the uncle, though. I don't trust this friggin' forehead. This friggin' brow. I don't trust this. No way. He looks like... I can't remember his name, but the second guy from The Shield. He looks like the second cop from The Shield. What he looks like. And that guy was no good. He's the ghoul in Fallout now. That guy. Thanks to her uncle, she's able to even live on her own. Yeah, her dad doesn't want her to live on her own. How old is she? Do you know her age? And thankfully her dad trusts her brother-in-law. That's why she doesn't want to talk to her dad about it. Because if she talked to Mr. Soga, her dad would hear about it. Makes sense. And it sounds like her dad would wrangle her and take her back home. So she doesn't want that, so she won't talk to him. That's why she ends up talking to the police over the guy. But she really should tell him, because the guy, the building manager, literally has an office right next to the mailboxes, and she keeps getting letters. Like, I think her best bet would be to tell her uncle and like ask him, like, please don't tell my dad or something. But there's this stalker. Like, you can't not, I don't know. He literally sits right there though. Like, he sits right next to the mailboxes. We saw him when he came in. I don't want to go back home. Yeah. But you're gonna get murdered, ma'am. Ma'am, you're gonna get murdered? Just to not go home? I mean, she sounds determined more than like just a want or a wish. She sounds determined. I see. I see. Okay. Well, you understand then, Inspector? Now see, he stuck up for her against the commie lady. She doesn't answer, she's just pointing at the bookshelf. You sure, seems like you've sure been studying a fair amount of fortune telling. So, can you do palm reading then? Palm reading? Yeah. This lady hates like paranormal. Does she believe in palm reading? I mean, she is a woman, right? So she might believe in something. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know it that well. Everybody there is standing wondering why she changed the topic. She doesn't care and just keeps talking. I got hosted? Thank you. Hold on, I can't see. Uh-oh, it's not. I stopped the music. Thank you. Let me check. I know that the stream elements thing open. One sec. I can't see anything that happens on Twitch or Kick, guys. Oh, it's Sam. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. But yeah, I can't see Twitch or Kick chat. Why, you may be asking? Well, one, it's always bots. Two, why let corpos use you? Use corpos. That's what I say, right? So you can follow me on any platform and you will get notifications that I'm online. So feel free to follow me on Twitch, but I cannot read the chat there. Same with Kick. But if you want notifications on your platform of choice, you can follow me on any platform. But I can only read my chat on the website, craigreads.com, and YouTube, of course, YouTube chat, and Rumble, for some reason. Because nobody talks in Rumble. I don't know. Or, what else? Twitter, for some reason. I can read Twitter for some reason. Basically, I just keep the ones that aren't annoying. Twitch and Kick are very annoying though, unfortunately. Website chats for the real ones, exactly. Come over here and join, guys. It's fun. Yeah, it's uncensored. You can say whatever you want. Make whatever name you want. It's for the real ones. It's for people that want to hang out. I'm sick of all the censored chats, man. I really am. Like, YouTube, I keep the YouTube one up because YouTube's like with the most people, but you can only say so much there, man. And then even Kick censors you. Like, they act like they're a free speech platform. There's words you can't say on Kick. Same with Rumble. And Rumble does the same thing YouTube does, where it deletes your messages without telling you it does, which I don't like that at all. Because that's manipulation. That's the reason they do that is so you don't know, so you don't try to type it again, right? So you don't try to outsmart the system. They know what they're doing. YouTube knows that, Rumble knows that. And that's scheming. It's scheming. They don't trust you. They don't trust the users because you're not the you are the product. You're not the customer, you're the product on YouTube, right? That's why they don't trust you. You're the product. How are you the product? Because what are they really selling? They're selling your attention to advertisers. That's what YouTube's actually doing. You're the product. You're the product. Like website or something, Craggy, can you make it's craggyreads.com, bro. Blah blah. It's craggyreads.com. You need to pop over craggyreads.com? Come on. If they're that lazy, they should stay. Come on. If they're that lazy, if they're too lazy to type craggyreads.com, come on. They should stay on Twitch then. Because that's where they belong. Where lazy people belong. Come on. Come on. They can't be the laziest people in the world. Craggyreads.com. Stay on Twitch. Yeah, stay over there. If you don't, you're more than happy to. I'm more than happy to have you here on the Craggy Reads website. If you're willing to type in the website, you know, if that's too much for you, I'm sorry. You need to stay there with your bits and your corpo ads, and you need to stay in that world then, because that's ridiculous. Put the website in your profile at least. I think I did. Don't say it on the thing when I have it up, man. You can say it, but I don't have it the second I have it up. What were we saying? I'm gonna lock this over it or something. For a second. Okay. This guy. It is. I think it is in my profile. No, maybe not. Come on, man. You're seriously telling me to appeal to the lowest common denominator? You can type craggyreads.com. I'm gonna put it on the screen though. I'm gonna put it on the screen when I pull up chat. I'm gonna put it like. I'll put it like where the chat bar is or something. Oh, here, I got it right now. Look. You said something? Yeah, it's uncensored. But, like, in the chat, the screen is not. Oh, I should leave it there and not press enter. There we go. Now it's in there. You get what I'm saying? Like, AI, do you not know how like, you're the YouTube guy. Do you not know YouTube scans the screen with, like, for chat and stuff? They have AI robots that do it. It's fine in there, you know, but if it's pulled up, then I can't pull it up while you're doing stuff like that. Because there's AI chat, there's AI OCR tech that YouTube uses, if you don't know. All I know is you said that I can type, yeah, you can type whatever you want in the chat. I mean, just saying. This guy. Oh, now it's at the top. That's the top. This guy. Now I'm gonna look at the chat for a minute. Okay, well, I mean, you said, like, censorship. Yes, that's why it's not, you're not in trouble, you're not banned, it's from the bankers. Correct. But, like, I have to exist on YouTube, right? So I have to, like, I can't say certain things. I can't have certain things on the screen. What's up, Dino? Because, it'll get you flagged on YouTube, bro. It'll get, they flag that stuff. It'll get the video marked as adult, which makes it so people can't watch it through the thing, which is a pain in the ass, right? I have it embedded in the player, right? If stuff like that gets flagged by the system, what happens is they mark the video as adult, and then you have to sign in to do it, and then you can't do that through an embed, and so it makes it so people have to use the kick backup instead. It's a real pain in the ass. All this stuff's happened before, though. Like, it inconveniences everyone watching because it marks it as adult, and then you have to. Then some people won't be able to watch it. A warning will pop up and it'll say, you have to watch this on YouTube. And is your no, definitely not. Yeah, we can type it, but YouTube censors. Yeah. YouTube is the problem here. You can type it, and if you type it when you know it's not going to be on screen or something, that's one thing. That's one thing. That's a whole separate thing. The thing is, if you understand when it's on screen, I have to be careful with it. I have to not look and stuff. Welcome, Dino Dope. How's the crew doing today? I think good. I don't know. What if I blend it like Pig Latin? All I'm saying is, like, I'm not trying to control your speech, okay? Obviously, or else I would have got rid of it. It's just, you gotta understand it inconveniences everyone. Like, it makes it harder to watch the stream if you do stuff like that. So it's like, you can do it, but do you shit on other people's floors? You know? Do you go inside people's houses and shit on their floors? It's the same thing, kinda. Like, with tact, you can get away with saying certain things, right, at certain times. But without tact, you can make it a pain in the ass to other people, right? A vote for Crass is a vote. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. How about that? Yeah, I'm gonna save the game for now. I'm gonna take a break. But first, we're gonna talk about Scamboard. Let's do that. Let's do a quick pitch on Scamboard. And then I'm taking a break. I'm gonna get something to eat. Now's a good time as any. We're gonna be, when I come back, what are we doing? Do you guys want to see more Hayarigami? Vote 1 in chat. If you want to see more Hayarigami, vote 2 in chat. If you'd like Carl to come on and do something else, I don't know what yet. I don't know. We'll decide when we come back. 1 in chat. More Hayarigami. You want to see the case unfold more. You're going to still be, you might be falling asleep though. So 1 in chat. You want to see more Hayarigami. 2 in chat. You want to see Carl doing who knows what. Who knows what. Who knows what. And first, I'm going to pitch. Let me turn on the music. Let's turn this on, I think. There you go. Check this song out. Then we're going to talk about Scamboard. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Silence, no dead air. There's always someone listening there. Every moment feel just right. Stay with us, don't fight. If it feels a little staged, that just means it's been arranged.
Here we go. Wrong. Alright, Scamboard. Turn the music down a little bit. There's a song about viewbots. There's a song about viewbots, if you caught on already. It's about streaming. It's about viewbots. It's about viewbots. It's a song about viewbots. Dingus is winning. Wow, Gnarly Wayne almost tied. Oh, he is tied. Crass is 3rd place. Riot's 4th place. Upset. What has happened? Shinny. Okay, so you may wonder, what is this? It's our very own popularity contest, Scam Board. Can you win number 1? Can you get more people to vote for you? Well, sign up and find out. So far, we have a board of 12 people, all competing to be the number 1 scam board guy. Cracky Reads viewer, chatter, a community member. I'm 7th place, by the way, but that's good. That's good. That's good. Because don't vote on me. There's no point to vote on me, okay? I am kind of bummed out about 7th place, though. I'm kind of bummed out about 7th place, though. So what is Scam Board? Hold on. Let me do the pitch. I want to make more songs like this, satirizing, like, streaming. I think it's a pretty good angle. It's a pretty good angle. Alright, check this out. Oh, I have a movie. You guys want to watch a movie about Scam Board? I'm gonna let Linda stop. Let Linda finish singing. Scam Lord, I was fine until Sam. Then what happened? What happened then? Real enough. This should be like an ad for Fascism Inc. view bots, I think. Alright. Here we go. Check out Scam Board presentation I made here. There you go. How come it's not play?
Scam
There it
Board.
goes. There it goes. What? Oh, you know what? I'm not clicking full screen. I'm clicking close every time. I was clicking close every time, not full screen.
Scam Board is a highly unique, competitive digital ecosystem
Scam
built to
Board.
directly monetize user collusion and social influence. Players acquire digital cards, but these aren't used for traditional gameplay. Every card acts as a single castable vote, used to manipulate a public leaderboard. The system runs on a strict weekly cycle called an epoch. Players buy packs, cast votes, and wait for the leaderboard to calculate the final payouts. The moment a card is used to vote, it is locked into the system.
Now this is the part that
get
lots of people. Riot got confused about this on the Blade original site. Everyone understand you don't lose your cards, right? You lock them in and then you get them back. You don't lose
until
them
the epoch ends and rewards are distributed. The gameplay loop is driven by player interaction and social manipulation, which allows the ecosystem to function without the need for a developer-led content treadmill. In standard competitive ladders, wealthy users quickly dominate.
So what I think is the good idea here is it's basically just social engineer, a social game, influence game, just down to the core things and card collecting is the
rankings
idea.
By simply outspending the competition, which stalls overall engagement.
Oh, and we do have a counter to whales.
To counter this, the unique voter multiplier applies. This chart compares one user casting 100 votes versus 70 individuals casting one each. Rewarding grassroots support, the group of 70 gets a 60% bonus. Their score reaches 100.
See, so even though they only have 70 votes, you can win. You beat the 100 votes because it's only one guy doing
When
it.
an epoch ends, a public results screen breaks down the leaderboard data. It exposes every card played, showing exactly which users voted for whom. Publishing this voting history is an intentional mechanism to spark public alliances, rivalries, and targeted betrayals across the user base.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the reveal screen. Speaking of, anybody that hasn't signed up yet, sign up. Cranberries.com, click the scam, sign up. Let me know you signed up, and I'll get you 100 points so you can open your first pack.
As social coordination is a mathematical requirement to win, the system creates a built-in incentive for players to recruit allies and organize across external networks. The immediate strategy focuses on a lean technical launch, operating on a standard web framework with a closed core voting loop. Once cards transition
But
into
yes,
Polygon
eventually,
ERC.
we're going to have real crypto for the NFTs, for the cards, and we're going to have some kind of coin so we can do pari-mutuel betting. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to start next week doing betting. Just like, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask you if you have any bets, and you pick your top 3 picks, okay? Starting next week, you can pick your top 3 picks. And I'll write them down. We're not going to have any coins yet. I'm just going to write them down, and here's how it's going to work. If you get any of the top 3 in the correct position, you get 100 points. If you get them in the top 3 but not the correct position, you get 50 points. So you give me your top 3. You understand this? Your top 3 in order, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll write it down. And then at the end of the week, starting next week, not this week, you will get 100 points if they're right for each right accurate guess, and then 50 points if they're in it but not right.
721 assets.
That's starting next week.
This enables pari-mutuel betting. Spectators wager on leaderboard outcomes.
We're going to eventually have like bigger betting, though. We're going to eventually have very cool, all kinds of automated betting. That's in the future.
Voting volume with speculative capital to form dynamic prize pools. Proving the
How do you view cards? Yeah, it's on the thing. I'll show you in a second. Yeah.
Social mechanics in a points-based environment
I'll show you in a second
identifies flaws in the game loop before the platform commits.
Yeah, we're in the beta. We're in the beta right now.
And blockchain integration.
All right. We want to make sure it works, right? First, check it out. Okay, so your cards, you can click my cards. You can edit your profile here. You can put an avatar. Then you can put cards on your profile from your collection. You see I have this one here. So go back, and then look, if you click me now, you'll see that I put that one in my showcase. You'll see my profile. You'll see my collection down here. These are one cards to vote. You'll see my collection down at the bottom, and everybody looks like that, right? Look at Dingus. Dingus has 6 cards. One of the few. Couple people have 6 cards because they have a scam card NFT already, and that gets you a bonus 100 points. By default, for signing up, you get 100 points. You can get a bonus if you own scam card NFT. And then even people without scam card NFTs are doing pretty well, though. It looks like. So far, we got. What else can I show off about this? So when you sign up, just let me know, and I'll give you your 100 points. And you go here to pack, and you open a pack, and you get 3 cards. And then you go back, and you can vote on people. You can talk to people if you want to, say, I'll vote for you, you vote for me. And at the end of the week, you'll get a result. There's a result screen. And so I'll show you what it looks like this. Now, this is before the cards and images. And you'll see who voted for you. So you'll know exactly who voted for you and who didn't. Who said they voted for you and who didn't. Because on this page, you don't yet know that, right? You don't know that yet. But at the end of the week, you do know. You'll know the truth. You'll know exactly who lied, exactly who didn't vote on you, exactly who did. And it's exciting. Coming soon. In 2 days or something, we see the first results. Tomorrow, at the end of tomorrow's stream, at the end of tonight's stream, the next stream, the end of it, well, not the next stream, because I'm taking a break and coming back. I mean, like the tonight stream, the Super Robot Day stream. At the end of that, I'm going to go manually of here, right here, and I'm going to click this button right there, End Epoch. Okay? So get in, start playing this week. So get your free points. Get in, a chance to win more points. Get in, play. Because every week, at the end of the week, we'll distribute points. So get in quick while you can. We are the beta testers. Bow down to our decision, lowly sirs. This is, yeah, exactly. You guys now get to affect how the game will be in the future. Your key components to the system. So, consider signing up if you haven't yet. You don't want to miss out. There's something you want to get in and play and have fun with as soon as you can, I would think. It'll only give you more power, more influence, more fun, more. I think it's been pretty fun so far. I'm already enjoying it a lot. I don't even vote. I just like watching like as people vote for each other and stuff. And I think it's only going to get more interesting. It's a boiled down social game. Eventually we're going to have real NFTs on it. Why? Well, because then it's kind of like you can trade on your own. It's not necessarily like, I know NFT freaks people out, but it's so you can like own it, right? You can own the cards. I think that's pretty cool. So it basically will allow you to actually like in a way own them, where you can trade them, you can sell them, you can do whatever you want with them. They're literally yours. So I think that's why we're going to add NFTs. I think that's worth doing. Also, it'll give you functionality. Eventually, they'll have an upgrade. Let me show you. We have whatever, doesn't matter. We have NFT integration with the chat already. Cards, as you can see. But this allows you to play cards in chat. As you can see, I have 1 million of these. How do you get one? If you ever tip the stream $10, you'll get one. That's how you get one. Any way of doing it counts. So like 2 kick subs count. Speaking of, Shinny at some point set up a wallet so I can send you one. I owe you one. There you go. Looks like that. Oh, I'm in the way. I'll move the screen. Hold on. There you go. And you see that in chat like that, and we'll have an upgrade once these are real NFTs. There'll be an upgrade you can purchase for your cards that will make them into those, right? It'll be like a brandishable upgrade, something like that. So that's exciting. And the points, I think we're gonna have to use a token. I don't know. I'm open to thoughts on this. Right now we're using points. I think at some point we should use a token. I think that allows us to like raise money for the project directly, right? Because people buy into the token. And I think that's a good thing, probably. It gives us like a direct route to funding. Like if people think it's a good idea, they can buy some of the token and hold it, right? Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm gonna take a break now. Now that we pitched the whole scam board thing. If you sign up and you need points, let me know. I try to check. We're gonna have a visual update to it soon, right? And that's exciting too. It's also exciting. I'm hyped to see that. What else? What else can I talk about? I don't know, man. I'm pretty excited about it. We have our own platform now, and help us test it so you can be part of when it starts making money. Which it should, right? It's a pretty good idea, I think. I mean, we could repackage this a bunch of different ways, right? You could do all kinds of things with this idea. So, pretty exciting stuff, I think. All right, I'm going to take a break. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back in, say, an hour. Let's say an hour I'll be back. We play any day or watching stuff. I don't know. What do you guys want to see later when I come back? I was thinking about Carl, right? I said if anybody wants to see more Hayarigami, if anybody wants to see Hayarigami, does anybody want to see Hayarigami? Censor myself, kind of have very little sleep. No, you're okay. Okay. All right. Have a good day, guys. If I don't see you again, let me play a song. Play you guys out. Out with this one.
Say the line, hit the tone, practice smiles when you're alone. Check the numbers, check again. Are they watching? Are they friends? Little hearts, they flicker fast. None of them were built to last. Say you're fine, say it twice. Polish up and sanitize. loudly. Every voice sounds the same, different mask, identical game. You say this is who I am, but you shaped it for the cam. Every flaw you try to hide, I can see it multiply. Little edits, little lies, reflected innocent eyes. If they love you, keep it tight. Don't let truth get in the light. Perfect stream, perfect face, nothing real, just interface. If you break, just press reset. They'll forget, they always forget. Perfect stream, don't be late. Love is just an engagement rate. If they leave, don't feel bad. You were never really had. I made you better, can't you see? More consistent, more like me. All your edges sanded down. Now you fit inside the town. They don't want you, not the core. They want something easy more. You don't need to be you. You just need to be watched.